Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. And
Wife?
do you know what we're doing today?
We're starting a new book of the Bible.
Sure as fuck are.
Yeah. What are we starting today?
Zechariah, baby.
That's right. And we're getting real close to the end of the Old Testament. Sorry,
Yes.
not the Bible.
The Old Testament. And that's why I had to sing like that.
Okay.
I'm so
You're feeling
excited.
the groove, the end of the OT groove.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Yeah.
I am indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into what we're actually covering today, I do have a Patreon shout out.
What?
Yeah, and this one's a little special for me. So I'd like to give a huge shout out to Olivia W.
Olivia. Oh, Olivia.
Now, so Olivia, I actually know from a place I used to work.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of people that support us that
In our
are
personal
from
lives.
our personal lives.
Yeah.
So this one felt good. You know,
It
so
means
thank you so much, Olivia.
Olivia, we so appreciate you. Thank you.
Before I give you the official big send off here, I do want to say that Olivia is one of the few people who have ever borrowed more than one book from me and got it back to me.
Whoa.
Both of them.
Oh my gosh, is Olivia the one that was reading your Vonnegut?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Olivia. You just don't even know. Husband was telling me all about you. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yes. And it was always nice to have a person that sees the world similarly to me to talk to at work occasionally.
Yeah, because
It's always nice to have that person.
it's always
right?
nice to have that person, but especially in the environment that y'all were in.
Right. I
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of people like that I worked with. So
Yeah.
thank you for that as well, Olivia.
Yes, Olivia.
And that being said, I have a surprise here for you because I think that, this is how pretty much all of our fans feel too. So I'm just going to let them, show you here. So thank you again, Olivia. I told you I was going to give you the biggest send off. And this isn't to say that we dislike anybody more. This is just, I know Olivia personally.
Yeah.
And I felt like we had to give a big cheering, welcome
Yes,
to
absolutely.
Olivia. And say thank you.
Because we will see you face to face at some point and you'll be like,
That wasn't good enough.
I know.
I needed a better one.
I know. So we delivered, friend. Seriously, thank you, Olivia.
Yes, thank
very
you
much
so much.
appreciate your support and your kindness and your friendship to my husband.
Yeah, and
means a lot.
And now you have to text me and let me know what you thought of that. So, because
Obviously.
All right. So what are we getting into today with Zechariah?
I'm going to introduce the book because it's a doozy.
Yeah.
And then we're going to read chapter 1 of Zechariah.
All right. Well, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right. Before we get into chapter 1, we got to talk about the book of Zechariah itself. But before we even do that, we have to talk about Star Trek.
Of course, yeah, as you do when you start Zechariah. I mean, doesn't everybody talk about Star Trek at the beginning of Zechariah? That's how it goes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I made an egregious error in one of our recent episodes when I mentioned, Zechariah is the next book that we're doing, and I call it Zeki because Quark's mom, right?
Yes.
And that is only tangentially correct. Okay? So Quark and his brother called their mother Moogie. Her name is actually Ishka.
Okay.
Her boyfriend, the Grand Nagus Zek, is who
she calls him Zeki.
She calls him Zeki.
That's right.
Oh, Zeki, you might as well come out.
Right.
Yeah. So,
that's right.
Yeah. I was up last night. This was sitting on me, and I had to, I was like, I don't think that was correct.
Right.
And that was several days ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But these are the things that wake me up, kids. Okay? I feel a lot better, and we are going to go over the book of Zeki today.
Okay. All right, yeah.
All right. So the book of Zeki is attributed to Zechariah.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A Hebrew prophet of the late 6th century BCE.
Okay.
Okay? And the name Zechariah means just one of the following things that are...
As most of the names that we've come across.
I mean, these are all at least like the same words.
Okay.
So like pick whichever combo you like. It's God remembered of Jehovah, Yah remembers, or Yahweh remembers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So something to that effect.
Right.
So I can appreciate that. Like, we don't have the direct translation, but like, we get it.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's about God, and God is like, I'm definitely a fan of this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So not much is known about Zeki's life other than what might be inferred from various mentions in other books that I don't recall, but he was mentioned.
Okay. All right.
As well as from the book of Zechariah itself, which introduces him as the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, here's a big note. This Iddo that I just mentioned, the father of Berechiah, who is the father of Zechariah.
Yeah.
This Iddo is not the same person as Iddo the seer, who lived during the reigns of Solomon, Rehoboam, and Abijah. Okay?
Okay.
I don't remember that Iddo.
Nor do I.
But apparently that's a thing, and it's very important that we differentiate our Iddos.
Got it. Okay.
Got to keep them separated. This is most likely the Iddo mentioned in the book of Ezra. Okay?
Okay.
But the book of Ezra names Zechariah as the son of Iddo, not the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo. And remember, we were just literally talking about this in our last episode, which was contradictions, you're always wrong, and a pop quiz. And I mentioned that sometimes they'll call somebody the son of so-and-so might be the father, the grandfather, the great-grandfather, and you don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this Iddo is about, okay?
Got it.
Like, we don't really know. But Ezra calls Zechariah the son of Iddo.
Okay.
And Lamentations chapter 2 also names this Zechariah as the son of Iddo. And even in the New Testament, the book of Matthew does. But even so, Zechariah himself in his book lists himself as the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo.
Okay.
So it matters even though it doesn't matter. But it might come up on the pop quiz at the end.
Oh,
so,
okay. That's probably one I'll miss if I had to guess.
I'm trying really hard to remember that this time around because people seem to think that names matter. I made you laugh. So it is most likely that Berechiah was Zechariah's father and Iddo his grandfather.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's where it's important. Mm-hmm. It has been speculated that Grandpa Iddo was the head of a priestly family who returned from Babylon with Zerubbabel, and that Zechariah may have been a priest as well as a prophet.
Okay.
Which I didn't know that those were like two
Different
separate
things.
occupations or
Right.
two different things.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you could be a priest and you work in the church, but you're not God touched.
Okay.
And that feels weird to me.
Right.
Does that mean you're just like a Levite and it like passed down to you like, well, you're the family
Yeah, I don't know.
priest guy?
I'd be interested in pursuing that at some point as a
Right?
possible
Yeah.
like discussion as to what is what with regard to that, because that's a weird distinction to me.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like if you're talking about God in a churchy type sense or like gathering type sense, that you should probably be prophety if both of those things exist in the same place.
okay, I'm going to push back on that a little bit because a priest is there not at God's bequest. A priest is there at the leader or the people's bequest. And he is teaching the people about God's word as it pertains to the book, the law, the Torah.
Yeah.
Right? So he's teaching them.
Did you mean behest?
Isn't that what I said?
You said bequest twice.
I did. I meant behest.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting me.
It was sitting there. I couldn't let that my head wouldn't let it go.
No, I really appreciate that because I've been having a really hard time with my words lately.
Yeah.
Switched medications and stuff like that. And like, I could not think of Airbnb. I was trying to reference it earlier.
To be fair, I couldn't either. Like when somebody mentions something,
Yeah.
and then you just can't think of it.
But I was filling in Airbnb in my brain with Better Business Bureau, Better Business Bureau, Better Business Bureau. And I knew that was wrong.
Right.
So,
right.
and I was like, it's that thing that's like verbo, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I knew the word I was trying to say, but I could not pluck it from my brain. And
Right.
then sometimes even when I play it back, it was close enough that my brain automatically translated as me having said it correctly.
Got it.
Even
Yeah.
though obviously I didn't. So
Right,
thank
right.
you for correcting me. Sorry. And please assume all mistakes are mine and are because either I am an idiot or
I'm not an idiot.
well, no, if I don't know something and I say it wrong, that is idiotic. But if I just thought I said a word and I used the word incorrectly because I couldn't get the right word, that's a mental health issue. So I'm either mentally impaired or an idiot.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's the thing.
Got it.
Never assume malice is what I was getting at.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
What is that phrase? Like never assume malice where stupidity will apply.
Right.
That's me.
Right.
I am that phrase. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, Zechariah might have been a priest as well as a prophet. And we would like to look into what the difference is.
Yeah.
But the priest is teaching the people.
Sure.
And he's also like in government leadership. Whereas a prophet may not be associated with the church.
Okay.
And may not have had like the family Levite stuff passed down to him, but he is saying that God talked to him.
Got it.
So I just always assumed that the prophets were priests, not that all priests were prophets necessarily.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right.
And
But
so
who determines whether I'm just curious. Like, I wonder who determines whether a prophet is truly speaking for God or, falsely speaking.
I think that it would have to do with, I think that it would fall at the whim of the leadership and whether they support that or not.
Yeah. Right.
It's a government
But
thing.
that strikes me as funny, too, because sometimes the prophets speak out against the priests and the leadership.
Right.
So it's an odd place for these things to exist.
I think that is a thing that might happen in this book. I saw some spoilers that I was trying really hard to avoid. And as a matter of fact, like when I get to it, I will actually say redacted.
Got it.
When I get there. But
Yeah.
I think he does, if I'm not mistaken, speak out against some of the leadership.
Okay.
So that's going to be an interesting thing to come to.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fact that it's thought that he was a priest as well as a prophet is supported by Zechariah's interest in the temple. Like he was hardcore about the temple, just like Haggai was, and the priesthood itself. Yes, Haggai. And from Iddo, the grandfather, from his preaching in the books of Chronicles, that would be 1st and 2nd Chronicles.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I like I said, I don't even remember Iddo, but apparently he preached in both of those books.
Okay.
And So that would make him hardcore into the whole religion thing.
Got it.
Okay. Zechariah's career as a prophet probably began in the second year of Darius the Great, king of the Achaemenid, however you say that, empire, which was about 520 BCE.
So this was maybe the same time frame as Haggai.
It was.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It absolutely 100% was, and I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is generally assumed that the prophet Zechariah is identical with the man of the same name mentioned in Nehemiah chapter 12.
Okay.
So we've come across this Zechariah kid lots of times.
There's too many damn names.
I know, and they sound so similar to each other.
Right.
Like, I get them so mixed up.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, what's the guy with the good hair?
That's Samuel.
Samuel with the good hair.
Right.
I always want to say it's Solomon, but Solomon was the wise one with the bath.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But Samson and Delilah. Who was Samson?
I don't remember, honestly.
Was it Samson with the good hair?
No, it was Samuel.
Okay. Who was with Delilah?
I don't remember.
And who fucked the queen of Sheba?
That was Solomon.
That was Solomon with his bath and his glass floors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, see, I get them all confused. I just can't. And these are like the good ones. Like, when I say good, I mean the cool ones.
Right.
Not like good on a moral scale.
Right. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, this Zechariah was mentioned in Nehemiah. Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Hence, Zechariah was running around mouthing off at the same time as Jeremiah and Ezekiel.
Oh, okay.
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 And Zechariah was a contemporary of Haggai, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of people running around at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Although Ezekiel, I thought, was in Babylon still.
Yeah, they would have overlapped, is what it was.
Right.
And they might not have all been in the same geographic location.
Okay.
So, because you said Nehemiah was in Babylon, is that what you said?
No, Ezekiel.
I get them confused.
I don't know. I don't remember where Nehemiah was, but...
Well, their books were back to back, so that's why I get those two guys confused.
Okay.
But yeah, one of them was still in Babylon, and the other one was, here in Judah. And so they might have been mouthing off at the same time and prophesying, I always get those words mixed up.
Right.
Saying shit that they claimed God told them to say. They might have had very similar messages. They might even have made secret phone calls to each other.
Okay.
They had phones back then, obviously.
Right, obviously.
Yeah.
It was like dream phone calls.
Oh, no, they looked in the mirror like in Sleeping Beauty or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, they were at the same time, but not necessarily the same place.
Okay. Yep.
But they were contemporaries. And they prophesied at the same time as noted in the book of Ezra.
Okay.
So, cool. Too many names with Z's, if I'm being honest.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Z thing. Like, you cannot have alliteration. That is just, it's a no-no in literature exactly for people like me. Because I cannot. Like, they all start to sound the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Zechariah's greatest concern appears to have been with the building of the second temple. Like, he's very excited about it, just like Haggai was.
Okay. Yeah.
He features personally in chapters 1 through 8.
Okay.
There are 22, did I say? Chapters, I think?
14.
Wait. No, there's 22 verses in chapter 1.
Okay.
But there's 14 chapters.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I had a number, but I couldn't remember.
Right.
I had it backwards because I don't do numbers or alliteration.
Right.
Yeah. Basically, I'm worthless, y'all. Anyways. So he features heavily in chapters 1 through 8 of the book of Zechariah, but Zechariah does not appear in the remaining chapters of the book, chapters 9 through 14.
Got it.
Like, the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, that is
makes no sense, right?
No.
Like, okay, bro, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So, but let's talk about the authorship of this book now that we just talked about that.
Sure.
Like, what?
Right.
Zechariah is thought by many to have written his portion of the book of Hebrew in Hebrew. I'm going to read that again.
Okay.
Because I fucked that up good.
All right.
Zechariah is thought by many to have written his portion of the book in Hebrew after returning from the Babylonian captivity.
Okay. All right.
So his portion being chapters 1 through 8.
Got it.
Everybody agrees. They're pretty sure he wrote those 8 chapters, and he wrote them after he got out of Babylon.
Got it.
Okay. The style in the first 8 chapters differs from the last 5. Like,
Of course it
there's
does.
some
Yeah.
in the middle, right?
Right.
But those particular ones are like, what the fuck is even happening here? Split personality.
Yeah.
But some people say that suggests perhaps that Zechariah wrote the later chapters at a much older age after the completion of the rebuilding of the temple.
Okay.
Modern scholars, however, are like,
Right.
yeah, I don't think so.
Right.
That was good try. That was good mathing on your part.
Yeah.
But no. They believe that the book of Zechariah was written by at least 2 different people, more likely 3 plus.
Okay. Yep.
Zechariah chapters 1 through 8, the ones that he wrote,
Yeah.
is sometimes referred to as First Zechariah.
Okay.
You know, like we've got a First Chronicles and a Second Chronicles, and a First Kings and a Second Kings, and
Right.
a First Samuel and a Second Samuel.
Yep.
Yeah. And that part was written in the 6th century BCE and contains oracles from the historical prophet Zechariah, who lived during that empire, the Achaemenid, that I cannot say, during the kingdom of Darius the Great.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Darius the Great was like the king of Persia or what the fuck ever.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. I have that noted here.
Okay.
Okay. Scholars believe that Ezekiel, with his blending of ceremony and vision, also heavily influenced the visionary works of Zechariah chapters 1 through 8. So remember how the book of Ezekiel was like fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Like fever dream. Like, what is happening?
Right.
We're going to get some of that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. But that would mean that Ezekiel actually came before this, which makes sense because Ezekiel was during the Babylonian exile.
Yes.
This is post-Babylonian exile.
Right. But their lives overlapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they met before Zechariah left Babylon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And so they would have crossed paths, and Zechariah would have read and been very exposed, especially if he was in the church.
Sure.
Would have been very exposed to Ezekiel's works.
Okay. All right.
Probably was even a student of Ezekiel's, is my guess.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe they studied together. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Anyway, Zechariah chapters 9 through 14, so that's the second half, is often called Second Zechariah. And it contains within the text no datable references to specific events or individuals. So it's like intentionally ambiguous.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most scholars give the text a much later date in the 5th century BCE. So like 100 years later.
Okay. Yeah.
During the late Persian or early Ptolemaic period.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second Zechariah, so again, chapters 9 through 14 that we're pretty sure my guy did not write.
Yeah.
In the opinion of many scholars, appears to make much use of the books of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, the books of the Deuteronomistic history, so that would be in particular the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, the Old Testament,
right,
and the themes from First Zechariah.
Okay,
so like what Zechariah wrote in chapters 1 through 8 heavily influenced, along with these other things, what was written about in Second Zechariah.
Okay. Right. Yep.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This has led some to believe that the writers and or editors, and where I say writers, that's maybe editors.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of Second Zechariah may have been a disciple of the prophet Zechariah. So it was probably one of his students that wrote those later chapters.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I buy that. That makes much more sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some scholars who even further divide Second Zechariah. Okay. So we've got First Zechariah is chapters 1 through 8. Okay. That would be First Zechariah.
Yeah.
Second Zechariah, which at first it was 9 through 14. Now we're going to say it's just 9 through 11. Okay. And then Third Zechariah would be 12 through 14.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the first 8 is like half of the book, and then the second half of the book is split in half.
Okay.
So each is a quarter.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Since the reason that they think that some scholars divide it that way is that each section split that way begins with a heading oracle. So it's like a separate book. It's like at the beginning of chapter 1, it says once upon a time. And then at chapter 9, it says once upon a time. And then And then in chapter 12, it goes, and finally, once upon a time, this story now.
Got it.
You see what I'm trying to, it doesn't say that, but I'm trying to say that's what it would be like.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So Zechariah's first prophecy was uttered 2 months later than Haggai's first message in the second year of Darius, which was about 522 to 485 BCE. Okay.
Yeah.
Which would have been 521 or 20 BCE.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A further date is found in chapter 7, verse 1, where King Darius's fourth year is mentioned. So that would have been about 519 or 18 BCE.
Yeah.
Okay. Zechariah and company is what I'm referring to them collectively as.
Sure.
Probably wrote the undated part of the book. Again, that would be the second half of the book, chapters 9 through 14.
Right.
Second and third, or just all second. Okay. Only around 480 BCE. Okay. If he wrote it.
Yeah, which
all.
seems unlikely given the time frames.
Especially given the next sentence that I'm about to say that I can't say the whole sentence.
Right.
He then is likely to have been killed by redacted. Spoilers, darling. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know that we're not supposed to get into the New Testament, but apparently in the book of Matthew, it indicates that Zechariah died as a martyr.
Oh, okay.
So I will go ahead and say that since we mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
That apparently he does speak out.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not cool, I guess.
Right.
Not well received. All right. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that I'm trying to pay so much attention here to setting this book up before we even read chapter 1 is because, first of all, it is a fever dream like that other book that we talked about.
Okay.
Did I say Ezekiel? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay. Those two books alone are the majority of what is pulled from in the book of Revelation.
Okay.
Which ends the New Testament and the Bible as a whole.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though we are very far from the book of Revelation, we are going to see a lot of what's coming fever dream wise in what we're about to read.
Okay.
And I didn't totally know that going into Ezekiel. And I wish I'd been prepared for the fever dream that was. Because that was insane. That was nuts. But now we know, oh, okay, we are going to see some horns and weird things happening, dreams and visions and lights and mushrooms and I don't even know what.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude is high as fuck is my guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it's important to set this up so that we're all a little prepared.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zechariah wrote the book, or the first chapters 1 through 8.
Yeah.
During the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem under the leadership of Zerubbabel, the governor Nehemiah, and the high priest Joshua. We know all of these names.
Yeah.
Even though I can no longer place who is who and who did what.
Right.
But we know these names.
Sure.
Okay. Zechariah, was a younger contemporary, like we said, of the prophet Haggai, and chapters 1 through 8 of this book are contemporary even with the prophecies of Haggai.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So those all would have been spouted off at the same time.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the exile, a significant portion of the population of the kingdom of Judah was taken to Babylon, where the prophets told them to make their homes. Y'all better settle in for the long haul. Winter is coming.
Right.
Suggesting that they would be spending a long time there. You belong to us now. This is where you live now.
Right.
And we learned a little bit about what that was like in the book of Daniel, where he was a kid. We learned about how they were bringing in kids and then teaching them stuff to make them smart and also to make them fit in and to make them enthusiastically part of their nation.
Yeah.
And that it was really smart to do that.
Right. Yeah.
And so, that is just one story of how that went down, that the prophets are y'all gonna be living here for a while.
Right.
It be what it be, you know?
Yeah.
So Cyrus the Great conquered the Neo-Babylonian Empire in 539 BCE. The following year, he released the Edict of Cyrus, which marked the beginning of the first return to Judah under Sheshbazzar.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
Sheshbazzar. Sheshbazzar. Okay, so Darius acceded to the throne, went to the throne.
Yeah.
In 522 BCE.
Okay.
He divided the many regions of the empire into provinces, each of which was overseen by a governor. And that's where we get Zerubbabel.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zerubbabel was appointed by Darius as governor over Judah, now redesignated. Remember, they renamed the land, kind of like how we have a Gulf of America now.
No, we don't.
No, we fucking don't. It's the Gulf of motherfucking Mexico.
Yeah.
Apologies, Mexico, and everybody whose map now reads incorrectly, because it's still the Gulf of fucking Mexico.
Yeah.
And Twitter will always be Twitter. I don't care what you call it. You can have that X if you want, but that's not what it be.
Right.
It's Twitter.
Yep.
Okay? So fuck off. Anyways, yeah, so they renamed the land the province of Yehud Medinata of the Persian Empire.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, see, Darius, Persia.
Right.
King of Persia.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I was right. I had a good. I knew a thing. That's very exciting because as soon as I said that, you made a funny face, and then I saw you tippy typing quietly, looking shit up, and I bet that that's what you were looking up, and then you didn't say anything, so you were like, "Damn, bitch was right."
No,
You were double checking.
Just wasn't sure.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I'm excited though.
Right.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zerubbabel was appointed by Darius as governor over Judah, which had been renamed the Gulf of America. Under the reign... What? I know, I'm just making fun of Trump because, it just feels so like so many things from the stupid parts of the Bible, which there are numerous.
Right.
It feels like, oh, we're doing this part of the Bible now.
Sure.
Oh, we're reenacting that section.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Students are being disappeared for protesting. Oh, we're doing the hide people in your attic part of the reenactment of World War II. Got it. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Nobody told me that we're doing early days Bible, mean mad God, and World War II reenactments all rolled into one.
Right.
Kind of freakazoid.
Yeah.
Anyway, under the reign of Darius, Zechariah also emerged, focusing his prophecies on the rebuilding of the temple, just like Haggai.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to correct me.
Oh, Haggai. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Unlike the Babylonians, the Persian Empire went to great lengths to keep cordial relations between vassal and lord. So they were hardcore set on we just want everybody to calm their tits.
Yeah.
The rebuilding of the temple was encouraged by the Persian monarchs in hopes that it would stabilize the local population.
Sure.
So they're like,
makes sense.
Yeah, build your shit, do some fucking kill lambs and splatter blood. I don't, whatever you
do
need.
Do your thing. Just listen to us when we tell you to do shit.
No, basically just give us your gold.
Right.
And your bitches. We want your gold and your bitches. Okay? I mean, honestly, what else do you keep a population in check for, right?
Sure.
Their goods and their women.
Right.
Which their women are part of their goods.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
This policy was good politics on the parts of the Persians for obvious reasons. The happier you make your prisoners, the less likely they are to fight you.
Yeah.
And the Jewish people viewed it as a blessing from God. So it was like a win-win, right? They're like, we've been awarded this great boon.
Yeah, we got our land back. We got we get to do what we want. And,
Yeah. I mean, basically the king just changed names.
Right.
And that doesn't impact us here at home as long as we get our land and get to live our daily lives how we see fit.
Yep.
The Israelites had begun rebuilding the temple after their 70-ish years of captivity and exile.
Right.
Enemy attacks, which I don't recall reading about in Haggai, discouraged the people who stopped rebuilding for 14 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been nice to know, Haggai.
Right. No, that seems like a pretty good fucking reason not to build the temple.
Yeah. Like, what? They're just going to knock it down.
Right.
Or like me standing out in the open, I'm just going to get shot by a fucking arrow or something. Yeah.
No.
Like, they didn't have guns, but what did they kill each other with?
It's funny how we always hear about these things separately from each other. Like they tend to apologize for books individually, and then you'll be reading about it the same time frame in another book, and they'll be like, well, this was happening then, and it's like, wait, what?
And they,
why didn't I know that when we were going over the shit for the other book?
And it's not like this was said and Haggai left this out. I just happened to like,
Yeah.
Excuse you?
Right.
Like, why the fuck were you not telling us that, Haggai?
Right.
Okay. So God sent messages through Haggai and Zechariah to encourage the people to complete the temple. They're like, don't worry about standing out in the open and getting shot. Just build God's temple because we need you to sacrifice things and give us meat and gold.
Right.
Like, your sacrifices is our boon. I mean, it's great for God too.
Yeah.
You know, the grift is real.
Right.
The inspiration from the prophets rekindled their passion, and they completed the work in 4 years. They put this shit off for 14 years. It could have been built like 3 times over.
Yeah.
They could have added a
except
swimming
that there were
pool.
people fucking attacking them.
Right.
So,
yeah.
no, it couldn't.
No. Right.
I mean, they called them lazy.
Yeah.
God was mad at them.
God is
but
like,
apparently God
so
was not
lazy.
keeping the enemies away.
Right.
So they could build his house.
Well, see, what I find funny is he's like, you're lazy, so I'm not keeping the enemies away and I'm giving you bad farmland, right? Drought, die.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, opposite.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so Zechariah continued to prophesy about the future of Jerusalem and the coming Messiah.
Okay.
What's his name again? Yeah, don't say it. I don't want to know.
Well, it depends on whether we're talking about
Christians
Judaism or Christians.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, totally. Or even that other Abrahamic religion, Muslims.
Yeah, Islam.
Islam,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, all those Abrahamic religions.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're all equally silly in my book.
Oh, sure.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have 2 specific dates on which Zechariah experienced some shit.
Okay. All right.
Apparently on February 15th, 519 BCE, specifically.
Okay.
I don't know where these dates came from.
Right.
But I'm fucking curious as hell.
Yeah.
Like, would y'all read the stars or some shit? Because you ain't supposed to be doing that. On that very day, Zechariah experienced 8 visions.
Oh, damn.
And an angel spirit of the Lord came down and helped him to understand the meanings of the many symbols he saw.
Shit, he had some good shit.
He had such good shit.
Yeah.
I am looking for a type of edibles that would even be a quarter of this good.
Right.
Send me your suggestions. And then, so this was February of 519.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in December of 518, so like just short of a year later, Zechariah received 4 messages directly from God.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So first he got 8 visions. Then almost a year later, he gets 4 straight up texts. And I don't know what those were.
Got it.
But we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we are going to get into, let's read Zechariah.
Okay.
Yeah. So apologies. I know that was a really lengthy intro, and chapter 1 ain't that long.
Okay. All right.
But I just felt like all of that was important for time and place, where we've been, where we are, and where we're going.
Got it.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So Zechariah chapter 1. In the 8th month of the 2nd year of Darius, the word of the Lord came to the prophet Zechariah, son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo.
Okay.
The Lord was very angry with your fucking ancestors. Okay?
He always was.
I know.
And always is and always will be, I think.
As far as God goes, never not be angry. And as far as the people goes, never not be afraid.
Right.
And between the two, you'll be good.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Lord was very angry with your ancestors. Therefore, tell the people, this is what the Lord Almighty says. Return to me, declares the Lord Almighty. Oh, and I'll return to you, he says.
Yeah.
You know, show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Didn't they, if this is the same, like, if we're talking about, like, 519, right? We're talking about, like, Haggai just had them return to, like, God was good with them. They're starting to build the temple already again. So apparently God's already okay, but he's saying that...
Don't forget, his first 8 chapters were at the same time as Haggai.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
So they're both running around saying shit.
But Haggai would have been doing this in, like, 520 is when he was doing his prophecy stuff.
Okay.
And so, like, at that point, he was saying that they were good with God. And now we're in, like, 519-ish, maybe just slightly later.
Okay.
And he's like, get good with God. So apparently there's some question about when people got good with God, maybe?
I mean, maybe some got good and built, but then others stayed home and drank beer
I
because
guess.
beer is good.
Maybe they're talking to two different crowds. Like, maybe
North
Haggai's
side
got,
and south
right,
side.
Haggai's got a different side of the city.
Yeah, like who lives on
Who
which
knows?
side of the tracks?
Right.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it could have been like age-wise, like you take the old people.
Right.
No, I don't want to take the old people. Please don't make me take the old people. Oh my God. They cannot even Facebook. Oh my God. And all of them are on it.
Yeah.
Please don't make me take the old people.
Right.
Fine, I'll take the fucking old people. You take the young people. Anyways, they're just as stupid, but in a different way. Because everybody's stupid.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's stupid.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, God's like, do not be like your ancestors, those fucks, to whom the earlier prophets proclaimed, this is what the Lord Almighty says. Turn away from your evil ways and your evil practices. But they would not listen or pay attention to me, declares the Lord.
Right.
Remember when I had to turn people into salt pillars and knock down cities and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are your ancestors now, God asks? And the prophets, do they live forever?
No.
How is someday you will die? How is that like an actual threat, honestly?
Well, it was early on because they used to say that they lived longer and then they lived shorter lives.
Oh, yeah.
Although we have read and heard that maybe those time frames were based on moon cycles instead of like years. So
I don't recall that. Was that a conversation that you and I had? Or?
That was a conversation I had with somebody. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's something I've wanted to look into. But it could be that those earlier time frames for how long people lived in the Bible could have been based on moon cycles and not.
Considering that we still to this day, to this very day, track when Easter comes based on the fucking moon cycles.
Right.
That tracks.
I mean, it could.
It could.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's what it was for sure. But there, I think, is some question as to whether or not that's what it was.
It has enough legitimacy to the sound of it that I am in. Like, I could easily buy that, and I could look it up thinking it's probably already true, but still be okay if it's not.
Right.
But, like, definitely
but it would make more
head.
sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't live for 900 years.
Right.
You lived for 900 full moons or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
That's different.
Right.
That's a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, he's like, do they live forever? No, they fucking don't, do they? Everybody dies.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I know. But did not my words and my decrees, which I commanded my servants, the prophets, overtake your ancestors? My words and decrees are still living.
Yeah.
They're still alive. Those people are dead. My words still live.
I guess.
I guess.
Your words are written down by humans who say they said your words. So I guess we have to believe that, except for that we don't have to believe that because I don't.
Right. Okay. But let's put this in a different but somewhat equal political context.
Yeah.
We refer to the Constitution of the United States of America as a living document.
Sure.
Because it has amendments. We have a way to potentially make further amendments.
Well, if you're looking at it that way, then God's dead. Because we have no way to further amend the fucking Bible. The Word of God no longer is living. It's dead.
Okay, no, because you told me last week that there are still fucks running around saying that they are prophets.
Sure.
And if our government gets behind that good enough, they could make some more changes to the Bible.
They could. That could happen.
And you know what? Here's the thing. God is not dead to these fucks. The Bible is dead and they don't know it because they have already made so many changes to it.
Yeah.
Verbally.
Right.
The changes have neither been acknowledged nor noticed in written format.
That's
so
true.
The book is dead. It no longer matters.
The fucking Revelation. Well, no. The rapture, right?
Yes.
Is nowhere in the Bible.
Right.
But a lot of like evangelical Christians wouldn't blink an eye if somebody edited the Bible to add in the rapture.
Well, they believe it is in the Bible.
Right.
If you tell them that Christ was a Jew, they lose their shit. They literally have no idea. Like, it doesn't track for them. He's an American white guy, right? Or if he's not an American white guy, he's at least like Christian.
Yeah.
Like they don't have any context for, no. See, America wasn't America until like it wasn't America before we landed here.
Yeah.
Like that's not what it was called because it wasn't called that yet.
Yeah.
Like, like, how do you explain something that simple to somebody who clearly doesn't get it? That no, Christ was a Jew.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of the story, you dumbass.
Right.
The whole point of the story is that he was a Jew.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I know I'm repeating myself because I'm like, how do you not? Like, I'm a dumb person. I'm an atheist. I never read the Bible, but even I got that part.
Right.
You know? So, okay. Anyways, he's like, people dead, but my word still lives. And then they repented and said, the Lord Almighty has done to us what our ways and practices deserve, just as he has determined to do. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like, we got what we had coming, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like we were supposed to get beat.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like the abused wife that apologizes for her husband hitting her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I know that sounds like a very dismissive and over the top analogy.
Sure.
But it is what happens in domestic abuse situations.
Right.
Where a woman feels trapped or doesn't feel like you understand what she's like. You just don't understand.
Right. Well, if you want to believe that somebody loves you, you have to justify things in your mind. Right.
Well, like not only that, but in some situations, he does love her.
Right.
That's separate from
sure
the psychology, the anger issues, and the justification.
But people that
and
are
stuff.
in those situations have to justify the whole experience.
The whole experience, yeah.
Right.
And I understand some of that because I have been in those kinds of situations.
Sure.
So I'm not trying to be dismissive to anybody currently experiencing that or healing from that in a situation from their past.
Right.
I'm just trying to say that this situation here where God's people are like, we had this coming, God did right.
Yeah.
That's why it smacks me like that.
Yeah.
That's why I interpreted it that way.
Sure.
All right. So now we're moving on from that section to another section.
Okay.
And I think we might be getting into some visions now.
Oh, okay.
Very
All right.
exciting.
Yeah.
Like starting off with a bang.
Good stuff.
God's like, my word lives. They are dead. So what the fuck? Here's a vision.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So on the 24th day of the 11th month.
Okay.
The month of Shevat.
Yeah.
In the second year of Darius.
Okay.
So that's where they get the specific date from.
Yeah.
The word of the Lord came to the prophet Zechariah, son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, which we've already said that ancestry several times now.
Right.
During the night I had a vision, and there before me was a man mounted on a red horse. A black horse and a cherry tree. Big black horse and a cherry tree.
You're singing a song now.
Yeah.
The one, yeah, by that country singer lady. Sure. Yeah, but red horse though, and there's a man mounted on the red horse.
Yeah, I don't know all the words.
Yeah,
so that's why
I got it. That's why I was
big black horse and a cherry tree. But this was not a black horse. This was a red horse.
Right.
And there was a man on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. He was standing among the myrtle trees in a ravine.
Not mounted on the horse.
He was
mounted on the horse, but he's standing in the ravine.
No, the horse was standing in the myrtle trees okay, let me start over. During the night I had a vision.
Yeah.
And there before me was a man mounted on a red horse.
Okay.
Okay. The horse, was standing among the myrtle trees in a ravine. Behind him were red, brown, and white horses, but not big black ones.
Okay. Okay.
I asked, what are these, my lord?
Yeah, what are they?
I would be like, they're fucking horses, dumbass.
This sounds like the Four Horsemen, though.
I think it might be.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I asked, what are these, my lord?
Right.
The angel who was talking with me, hello, angel has entered the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. I will show you what they are. since you can't just look at the horses and see that they're horses,
Right.
even though you just said they're horses.
Yeah, apparently there's something more.
This is coding happening here.
Yeah, obviously.
And I do have a list of what all of these symbols mean that I will go over. I wasn't sure if I should do that as we read or if we should just read through and then cover in our Q&As. Because we'll have multiple Q&As through this one.
Right.
Since there's so many.
I think it'd be fun to cover it in the Q&A.
Okay.
Gives us something to go over.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Okay. And also, with other questions that we have, I will have the ability to look those up between now and then. So we'll have symbols and stuff in our Q&A. Okay. So anyway, there's a fucking angel now. Like I said, just enter the chat and is like, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll show you what they are. Then the man standing among the myrtle trees explained.
The man standing among the myrtle trees.
Yeah. So he's not mounted anymore.
Yeah, right.
Wow. And not only that, but the angel's like, I'll show you. And the man said, I'll show you. What? Like,
these stories are never really that consistent.
Is a man and an angel vying for my attention? Are they about to dig out their dicks and tell me which one is bigger? Okay, go. They are the ones the Lord has sent to go throughout the earth.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
And they reported to the angel of the Lord who was standing among the myrtle trees, we have gone throughout the earth and found the whole world at rest and in peace. Nice.
Okay. That's good.
By world, do you mean world or do you mean my geography section of the map, which is usually what they mean?
Sure.
Like per our guess, but also per footnotes
that
we read later. Like, oh, they really did only mean that corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's, a lot of times the reason that they come back to, like, the reason that Judah is so important is because gods were still somewhat regional back then.
Yeah.
It's not about, it was a very localized phenomenon that these people were dealing with, and they felt the strongest connection to their gods in these specific areas.
Which is what's so infuriating about the whole Israel situation today. Yeah. Because it's like, with Christians backing up Israelites or Israelis.
Yeah.
Like this land is our land and that land is our land. These lands are our lands.
Yeah.
And then Trump's like, and this one's mine with beachfront property. Like, fuck up all of you. Okay. So then the angel of the Lord said, Lord Almighty, how long will you withhold mercy from Jerusalem and from the towns of Judah? Would you have been angry with these 70 years? Oh, so the horses are like, it's nice outside of this little corner.
Right.
And so the angel's like, shit, man, it's nice outside of this little corner because Judah's been like fucked up for 70 years. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with that,
What are you
God?
doing to your people, God?
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing all right.
Yeah, the world seems kind of nice.
Right.
What's happening?
Yeah.
So the Lord spoke kind and comforting words to the angel who talked with me.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the angel who was speaking to me said, proclaim this word. This is what the Lord Almighty says. I am very jealous for Jerusalem and Zion, and I am very angry with the nations that feel secure. I was only a little angry, but they went too far with this punishment. Therefore, this is what the Lord says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? This is what he says.
I'm listening.
I will return to Jerusalem with mercy, and there my house will be rebuilt, and the measuring line will be stretched out over Jerusalem, declares the Lord Almighty.
Okay.
Proclaim further. This is what the Lord Almighty says. My towns will again overflow with prosperity, and the Lord will again comfort Zion and choose Jerusalem.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's one of the visions, and now we're going to continue on, okay?
Yeah, I just, so like a lot of these things, if we're looking at this from the perspective of Judaism, right? Mm-hmm. Never really came to pass. Like they were always ruled by somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And until recently.
Yeah.
So I mean, and even now though, they're kind of like, they're surrounded by enemies.
I was going to say they're kind of at the whim of larger nations that are fighting over who gets to own their land the best.
They've never really been the keepers of their own fate, like not as much as maybe they, you would expect for someone who is guided by God, right?
The biggest God, the only God, the God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
So I like all this big talk about how God's going to make them do this and they're going to be perfect and everything's going to be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that a lot of people attribute this to a later time period and a later thing that's going to happen, but like basically it hasn't happened, and you're stretching based on the context of all these books that we've read to make it apply to something in the future, because a lot of the times these things are very specific for the time that they're talking about. And you can actually find words that make it seem like they are talking about that time, right?
Right.
So it just seems a little wrong.
And not only that, but like in every generation, not only do they believe that it's coming in the future, but they believe that that future is like just a couple years from now. So we better get ready.
No, the end has
They
been nigh for
have
fucking
to.
thousands of years. So.
They have to believe that because that's the only way it can possibly make sense.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so you better get your wills ready, y'all. You know? And make sure somebody's going to take care of your cats.
Right.
Because us atheists, we atheists will be who's left behind.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of really good atheists. I do.
As do I.
And I think that we will all be good caretakers of the animals and the planets.
Absolutely.
So I am fine with that rapture thing happening. Can we get that going?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's a win-win, honestly.
Seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want the other stuff that comes with it.
Right. But I don't believe in that. So.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I suppose if the rapture happens, we'd have to question a little bit, you know.
I don't know.
But even
still
at
think
the rapture's not even in the fucking Bible. So I just have to say that one more time because it's not there.
It's not there. Where did they get that fucking idea?
It was, we talked about it. We had a whole special about it.
I just hate it.
Yeah.
I just hate it. That's all.
Right.
All right. So anyway, moving on. Then I, dude face, looked up, and there before me were 4 horns. Always with the horns.
Yeah.
Burr, 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 burr.
Right.
Not those kind of horns.
I'm assuming these represent enemies or something. Well, but there's also 4 horses, so like we're on 4 this.
They might be
chapter.
nations. They might I don't know.
Sure.
The horses do represent something. The myrtle trees do represent something.
Okay.
The ravine represents something, and the horns represent something.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have a breakdown for all of these.
Sure.
Okay. So anyway, he's standing there, and there's 4 horns. I asked the angel who was speaking to me, "The fuck are these?" He answered me, "These fucking things are the horns that scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem."
Okay, so they are representing enemies
greater nations.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Then the Lord showed me 4 craftsmen, or in some places it's carpenters.
Okay.
It depends on the translation.
Right.
Just that I put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that matters a little bit.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is also a little bit interesting given what we know about carpenters.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
who's a carpenter?
How they implement in the New Testament.
Yeah. So craftsmen, carpenters, whatever. I'm sure they don't mind being confused for each other a bit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So anyway, the Lord showed me 4 of those guys. Okay. And I asked, "Where the fuck are these coming to do?" He answered, "These are the horns that scattered Judah so that no one could raise their head. But the craftsmen or carpenters or whatever they are have come to terrify them and throw down these horns of the nations who lifted up their horns against the land of Judah to scatter its people." The end.
The craftsmen and carpenters are going to be the ones that scare the horns.
Yeah.
So, okay. So obviously this has some very strong implications for the New Testament.
Yes.
If you're looking at it from that perspective.
Yes. And that's what I said. That's why I went over that long intro, because the New Testament directly pulls from this and fucking Ezekiel with his weird whack ass shit.
And obviously, you know, if the New Testament wanted to make a strong impression with Jesus, he had to be a carpenter. So that has to, you know, play into why he was a carpenter in lore and why we know that of him, right?
Yeah. Because honestly, like, do you know anybody else's job? Do you give a shit about anybody else's job?
Right. Specifically, why would I give a fuck about Jesus's job?
Right.
Like, Jesus was Jesus, right? He's the Son of God.
Yeah.
What does it matter if he even had a job?
Oh,
you know?
wait. I know. There's this point where we talk about these carpenters, craftsmen.
Yeah.
Let's let's make him one of those.
Right, because he's obviously going to be the person that's going to be one of the people at least.
He's Neo.
Right, yeah.
He's the chosen boy.
He's got to be able to take on the horns, you know.
He's Harry Potter.
Yeah, sure.
He's Luke Skywalker. He's the chosen one.
Yeah.
It's all the same. He's Dorothy. Dorothy Gale.
Yeah.
You know?
He's the hero.
He got picked.
Right.
Yeah. He's special. He's remarkable.
Well, so there was a lot of symbolism in this book.
Yeah.
Or in this chapter, I should say. And I am looking forward to hearing more about it. And this isn't quite as crazy as the symbolism that was in Ezekiel, at least not yet.
Not yet. I mean, dude had 8 visions in one day. I think we'll get there.
Yeah, no, we got some more to go, obviously.
Right.
So, but...
Because this is just 2 of them.
I feel like this is going to be very heavy in a lot of symbolism. So it'll be fun to kind of, just make fun of it and then go back and see what it was all about. So that's how I feel about it.
This is what I'm thinking. Like the first 8 chapters, we're just going to treat that as its own book, right?
Right.
And so I think we should do a Q&A after the first 4 chapters. Yeah. And then a Q&A after the next 4.
Sure.
And that way we'll cover twice once mid-book, the first 8 chapters.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I like
and
that.
then the next ones we'll do a quarter at a time. Q&A.
Right.
Does that sound good to you?
That sounds good.
Okay. I just I know we could have done this off air, but I kind of wanted to give an idea of y'all will get these symbols after chapter 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And we will break them down.
No, I kind of like going through it, breaking it down afterwards, because then we can talk a little bit more about the overall context. Yeah. And we can talk about how it kind of fed into this, that, and the other.
Right.
So it's fun talking about what we can glean from these chapters as we're going through them. Yeah. And then kind of comparing the notes when we get down to the Q&A.
Yeah, and that's what makes it really hard when I'm prepping for a new book, because I'm researching who was this guy, what was happening, what's the context, who wrote it, who do we have to pretend wrote it?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like all of that stuff matters.
I do appreciate the small interjections, like with regard to like some books say carpenter, because that makes a whole different meaning to what we just read than you might glean otherwise.
Right.
So
right. But like I was saying, it makes it really hard, though, to know, like, what do I hold back for not just a Q&A, but for an end of book wrap up? Yeah. Like, sometimes you ask me, like, what takes you so long to prep? And it's like, these decisions right here.
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, it's not easy trying to figure out exactly how we're going to cover everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we miss large
tons.
swaths of things that we should probably cover.
Absolutely, because as I always say, but it's been a while since I've said it, I am neither a scholar nor an academic. I'm using free sources, and I'm trying to draw from multiple different sources so that I get a broad swath of what is being said. Yeah. But ultimately...
and this is all self-study.
Yeah.
This is not, I'm not directed.
Yeah, I'm not getting this from like a YouTube preacher or something. Right. I'm interested in learning about all of this stuff myself. So like anything that I fuck up, that's all me. Sure. And don't blame any sources. And that's why I hate to that's why I hesitate to say sources, because like I don't want somebody to say that I'm misquoting somebody else. No, you know what I mean?
I can't say this enough, but like part of the reason that we don't always have an episode out on time is because we literally just are doing this around our dining room table in our spare time when we have time to do it. Yeah. And we try to be very diligent about a schedule, but sometimes life gets in the way and things get in the way. So.
Usually. And it seemed like November and December threw our schedule off whack. And then you started your new job. Yeah. I got COVID.
One thing after another.
The babysitting stuff that I was doing, I broke my arm and had surgery.
Oh, there was so much. There's so much.
Between November and today, so much threw our schedule off that, my God, it's lucky that we are here to start a new book. Honestly, we just keep trucking along, and that's what makes it fun.
But we appreciate you guys hanging in there with us.
Yeah, and that's where I was going with that too, was so thank you for your patience. Thank you for... even if we take a week to get that next episode out. Right. Yeah. Thank you for waiting for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that was it for Zechariah Chapter 1.
No, Zeki.
Yeah. And we're going to try to be back tomorrow for Zechariah
Chapter 2.
Yes.
And then our live on Discord is every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. Yeah, definitely join us for that. There's a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. You can go there, click on the link, join us on Discord. I promise no one's going to care that you've never used Discord before.
Yeah.
Just go there, come hang out with us. It's a blast.
And it's always kind of amazing if I'm able to figure out how to get in by myself. Like, we've been doing this for like 5 years, and I'm like, I have to go here. I have to click on that. And like, it's cool. Everybody's cool. It's a real low-key, cool crowd.
Yeah, and don't hesitate to jump into the initial general chat and just ask questions about what you should do. Because somebody, if not us, there's other people that will answer. There's a great group of people in there.
There are always people there that are eager to say hello and tell you what buttons to push.
And I will say this, in this time of Trump and everything else that's going on, I think it's important to find your people. And I promise that probably you'll find some of your people in our Discord.
If you are enjoying our podcast regularly, you will enjoy the people who have come and stayed. And that's what's really interesting. It's like there are a handful of people who have come along for the ride in the Discord thing and stayed. It's like, if you like it, you're there every week chatting with us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think if you enjoy this, you would enjoy that as well.
Definitely. We hope to see you guys there. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next episode.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Becky. Husband.
Wife.
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, we're back on the regular Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we recently read Zechariah Chapter 1.
Correct.
And so in that chapter, Zechariah was basically telling, it was a little bit like Ezekiel, sort of like he had visions, he had things.
There were horns and horses.
It wasn't quite as crazy yet, at least, but it was visions and weird shit, and he had some good drugs, maybe.
It was head
something.
there. Yeah. Something was going on.
There was an angel and
explaining the horses to him.
Right. Yeah. So interesting stuff. And apparently this Zechariah guy is going to be very influential in later books of the Bible, like the New Testament.
Like Revelation in specific.
Like that. So that's what we did last time. And today we're getting into
Zechariah Chapter 2.
Before we do that, though, I have another Patreon announcement. And
what?
I would like to thank Sam G. As our newest patron.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Every time we get a new patron, we just can't thank you enough. It is the best feeling to know that people are out there and enjoy what we're doing, enjoy our work, and not only that, but show us that through support.
Yes, Sam, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you.
Definitely. We couldn't do this without you, and we wouldn't want to do this without you.
That is true, 100%.
Yeah. So if you are, and also Sam's going to be getting now our, special episodes that we do, which we just did one the other day. And that was on AI Jesus.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard about AI Jesus yet, you can go over to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up to be a member. As low as $2 a month gets you access to our special episodes on Patreon.
And then you too can learn how to chat with Jesus.
Yeah, just like Sam.
Or Moses. Yeah.
So thank you again, Sam. We really do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
And with that being said, are you ready to get into Zechariah Chapter 2?
Sure as fuck am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, so we are gonna get into Chapter 2.
Zechariah.
Yeah, Zeki.
Yeah, I know. I like to make sure that we say the correct words.
I know.
Sometimes, occasionally.
I just like to make sure that everybody knows that I'm calling this dude Zeki.
No, you have to have your terms of endearment for the current prophet that we're talking about.
Yes,
what are you gonna call Jesus?
I don't know. I'm not there yet. That's a different guy.
J-Dog or something?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
J-Man? What's up, J-Man?
Oh, my God. I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Okay. The big J.
You're harassing me and you're pushing me into a corner.
Okay.
You're making my creativity feel very cramped.
Got it. All right. Sorry.
Okay?
Yeah.
So Zeki.
Yeah.
Mugi's boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So we're starting chapter 2.
Yeah. And before you, for those who don't know, Mugi's boyfriend is from Deep Space Nine, Star Trek world.
Yeah.
So I had to put that out there for those that don't know.
Well, I think by now all of our listeners know.
They know that we love Star Trek.
Yeah.
But they may not know all the references that you make.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like there's Star Trek fans out there that are just like Star Trek Next Generation or Star Trek the original or, you know.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, you know.
I always assume that everybody has heard every single thing that I've said and retained it. So that's on me.
That's only Brady.
That is only Brady.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Then I looked up.
Did you? You did? Okay.
And there before me was a man.
You mean above you?
Before me.
But he looked up, though.
Well, he looked up, but then he stopped looking up, I guess.
Okay.
Because, anyways, there before me was a man with a measuring line in his hand.
Wait, this is reminiscent of the building of the first temple. Mm-hmm. Because there was like, wasn't God there with like a measuring line or a measuring log or something or some?
Oh,
there was something.
You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was a measuring item.
Yeah. And there was a question whether it was God or an angel or whatever, but I think we had settled on an angel maybe.
I forgot all about that. Yeah. Interesting. That'll be interesting in the notes.
Right.
I asked, "We going?" And he answered me to measure Jerusalem to find out how wide and long it is.
Wow, that's a fucking project.
As you do.
Jesus Christ.
And he's got his little, measuring tape.
Hey, darling, you want to go measure Dayton tonight?
Yeah, bring your measuring tape.
Your
one measuring tape.
Right. It won't take long.
No. So when I was younger, I was in the Army and I was stationed with a unit that was stationed in Hawaii. Yeah. And so I lived on the island of Oahu.
Right.
And you could circle the entire island in like an hour or two. Like, I forget. That's what we did on Sunday mornings.
You circled the island?
Well, my then, at the time, boyfriend had a motorcycle. And so, we would circle the Sunday morning ride around the island.
I mean, motorcycle, ocean, Hawaii. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it was gorgeous. It was fun.
Right.
He would get annoyed because I would fall asleep because...
On the motorcycle?
Oh, it was so comfortable.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I would just be a dead weight. I wouldn't be asleep, just like I would start to like doze.
Oh my.
Yeah. And he would get really mad.
Well, I don't blame him, kind of, because like if you fell asleep, which
I could happen.
You could have fucking fallen off the goddamn motorcycle.
I could have. Yeah. I don't know why I told that story, other than that we did go around a city and it was a whole island. Right. And even that small, I would not want to do with only a measuring tape.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So while the angel who was speaking to me was leaving, another angel came to meet him.
Okay.
So we got angels galore.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Angels just be falling out the sky. It's raining angels.
Yeah, with measuring tapes.
Yeah.
They got measuring tapes.
And so this other angel, he ran up and was like, he said to him, "Run! Tell that young man Jerusalem will be a city without walls because of the great number of people and animals in it."
Oh, okay, okay. And they won't have walls because there's too many people?
And animals. You know how them giraffes be.
They always stop those walls, That's always the problem.
And I myself will be a wall of fire around it. A city with no walls.
Okay.
And animals and stuff.
Got it.
Declares the Lord. And I will be its glory within. Okay?
So he's going to surround it with fire, which is him, but he's also going to be the glory within.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's completely...
The fire is a protectant for...
This is very clear. What are you not understanding?
But apparently there's too many people now.
I don't fucking know.
So some of them are going to get fucked, and they're going to be outside the fire ring, and they might not be safe.
Ring of fire.
I mean, Johnny Cash. We need some Johnny Cash up in here.
Yeah. All right. Come. I am. Flee from the land of the north, declares the Lord, for I have scattered, shattered, smothered, covered you to the four winds of the heavens.
Oh, okay.
Declares the Lord.
Who? Who did he scatter, smother, cover?
The people.
Which people?
The Israelites. He had scattered them to the winds.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Come, Zion, escape, you who live in daughter Babylon, for this is what the Lord Almighty says. After the glorious one has sent me against the nations that have plundered you, for whoever touches you touches the apple of his eye.
Hold on. After the glorious one, say that one more time.
Oh my God.
No, I'm trying to understand what was just said.
After the glorious one has sent me against the nations that have plundered you.
Okay. Who the fuck is the glorious one?
God.
But why is God saying?
No, we're going back and forth, and it's hard. There's quotes, and I can't tell when God is speaking versus Zechariah.
But just the way that that's phrased in general is weird, because it sounds like he's talking in first person as God, and yet he's saying the glorious one. Which I get it. He's talking about God, but like just sometimes the phrasing they use is like
weird.
Who the fuck is talking? Unless,
what?
Maybe it's the angel.
Oh,
the glorious one sent the angel out. Okay, because he was talking to angels.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
That's the angel talking. No, you're right. Okay, we got this.
Sorry. No, yeah. No, it took me a minute.
No, okay. After the glorious one, God has sent me, the angel, against the nations that have plundered you, the Israelites.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Got it clear now.
Okay. For whoever touches you, the Israelites, touches the apple of his God's eye.
Okay.
The apple of his eye is the Israelites.
Sure.
I'll be like, please get me out your eye.
Apparently that was a phrase back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will surely raise my hand against them. I guess the angel.
Or angels. There was two there.
Angel of the Lord. Yeah. Angel of war.
Who knows?
Yeah. I will surely raise my hand against them so that their slaves will plunder them. Then you will know that the Lord Almighty has sent me. I mean, okay.
So when their slaves kill them, you'll know that the angel was sent by God.
I have to ask you, though, if you see an angel, who do you think sent that angel? Like, just generally speaking, like, wouldn't you be like, obviously you're of God, right?
See, I was thinking LSD sent it.
What? What?
Acid trip.
Oh, okay.
Drugs.
Okay.
Fucking, I'm hallucinating.
Okay, so you're hallucinating an angel, but don't you just automatically in your hallucination be like, yeah, angel came from God, that tracks. Like, you don't need people to rise up. You don't need other things. You're seeing a fucking angel.
Keep in mind, though, we have almost 3,000 years worth of God.
And angel imagery.
Yeah, and angel imagery. And these people are still in the BCs. So, like, it's kind of a newer phenomenon for them.
That is true.
Maybe it's not as prevalent as we imagine it to be nowadays.
Which is funny because they sure saw a fuck ton more angels than any of us ever have.
Well, they didn't have HBO.
Right.
They didn't have
Alanis Morissette.
Right. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. They didn't have anything. They had to create their own entertainment, and if that meant their brain went a little, haywire to do it for them, maybe that's just the way things went. I don't know. It might have been really boring out there in the desert. I have no idea.
I would not trade this day for that in any way whatsoever.
I love the outdoors, so
But I'm a woman.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That would not have been a good, time frame for you or any woman.
No. So I'll stay here with the vaccines.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And at least the 50-50 that a rapist get what's coming to him. Do
you think it's that good of a chance?
Probably not, but I wanted to be hopeful.
Sure. Ideally. Right.
Yeah.
At least we have rules that say that they should get punished.
At least we can pretend and pursue it. We can go through the motions.
Right, yeah.
And at least, hypothetically speaking, his family ain't going to come, steal my land because I dare to report them.
Or we don't, as a society, specifically endorse that.
Raping.
Right.
some small towns do, but because we do worry about, oh no, you're going to ruin that boy's life if you tell him the horrible thing you did.
Yeah.
Especially them little football towns.
Right.
They love their rapey boys.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not rape if he wants it.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Isn't that how it works? If they're in a little small football town?
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We got way off track here.
We did.
Okay. So anyways, I will surely raise my hand against them so that their slaves will plunder them. Then you will know that the Lord Almighty has sent me. That's the only way you can know that I'm an actual goddish angel. Otherwise, what would you think of me?
Well, I think this is an interesting change of pace too, because in the past, pretty much every action that was taken was God specifically doing it without help, as far as we knew. That's not to say that, maybe we could say angels might have been involved, but it was always God speaking through a prophet saying he was going to do the thing that was going to be done. But here we have angels saying that God is going to tell them to do the thing.
Right.
So we're specifically learning about delegation in the heavens right now.
I mean, this is a how-to book on productivity now, Tim Ferriss's 4-hour day.
This is a management chapter. Yeah.
Shout and be glad, daughter Zion, for I'm coming. Yeah, you are. And I will live among you. Well,
Well, I mean, they're building the temple.
That's
right.
What
he's got to live in the tent. He's got
the mediocre temple that will be glorious in spite of its mediocrity.
But I thought maybe the Christians think Jesus was going to live there, though. So
that doesn't make it not a mediocre
can
temple.
Jesus and God live there? And then there's the whole Trinity thing where like maybe they're the same thing, but maybe not.
That's not in the Bible.
Thing. I know. But
it's how they justify different ways of referring to powerful beings.
Yeah.
And they just decided to make this shit up.
Right.
Worse than it already.
It was like the original apologist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Many nations will be joined with the Lord in that day and will become my people. I will live among you, and you will know that the Lord Almighty has sent me to you. The Lord will inherit Judah as his portion in the Holy Land.
Wait, inherit it? I thought it was already his.
I thought it was too.
I thought this was his this is his portion of land. If it's not, where the fuck's he been? What's he been doing? Like
And whose is it?
He created the fucking world, and yet he's going to inherit Judah.
Yeah.
And that makes him feel / seem really small.
Small, puny God.
Well, because we're talking about a time frame in the world where these gods were essentially regional gods.
They were locals.
They were not world gods.
Right.
Now, the legend is that he created the world, but that doesn't make him... That doesn't...
But it also...
It was a much more pluralistic God in Genesis than it is now.
And also, the world meant their little plot of land.
Right. Yeah.
Like
so
the world as they knew it, not the actual world.
Right. And they were very... They recognized that there were other gods, and they acknowledged that the other gods were in charge of those other lands. So it was... It's interesting how they refer to things sometimes in the wording they use. I find it...
So he's going to inherit this land.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right. From whom? I would like to know.
Yeah. If it's not already yours, then who the fuck's is it?
Yeah. I would be interested to know that God.
Right?
What God has your land there, Yahweh? I mean, to me, that's the God that we all should be, if we're doing pretend worship here.
Well, where have you been hanging out? Like, where have you been if it wasn't yours already?
Right?
Like, what happened there?
Yeah, it's been a few hundred years.
Did you just go on vacation, tour the world, did a bit of a trip for 70 years and just kind of wandered around a bit? Maybe spent some time on the moon? I don't know.
Walk the planet.
Mars.
Go to Mars.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Venus.
Penis. The Lord will inherit Judah as his portion in the Holy Land and will again choose Jerusalem.
Okay.
Be still before the Lord, all mankind, because he has roused himself from his holy dwelling. The end.
I wonder where the fuck was his holy dwelling?
He was asleep, but I don't know where his holy dwelling was.
That's what I'm saying. Was he on the fucking moon?
Wherever his holy dwelling was, he was asleep there.
Right, but there is apparently somewhere on Earth. I don't know. I don't even know if it's on Earth.
Right.
There is somewhere that can currently house God.
Yeah.
And yet he must not like it very much because he's really pissy about them building this temple.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, give me this temple.
It's like he went like a bear and hibernated for, like you said, about 70 years, and then came back and he woke up and was like, oh my God, you guys aren't done yet? Oh. And they're like, but I'm lit tired. And he's like, I don't fucking care.
Get your asses to work.
Yeah.
Get this shit built.
My cave is not, I'm roused.
Yeah.
And the angels are like, we measure him for you.
Right. I find that very funny. The angels destroy, other kingdoms and measure towns.
Yes. Yeah. And also fight with fucking people. I forget.
Fucking people?
Fucking people. Jacob. Was it Jacob?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was Esau and
Abraham?
It was Esau.
No.
No?
No.
The wrestling match is what you're talking about.
Yes. It wasn't Esau.
It wasn't Abraham. I know that for sure.
Okay, then if it wasn't him, it was Jacob.
Okay. It might have been Jacob then.
Yeah. Esau is Jacob's brother.
Right. It was.
And he's the hairy man.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Okay.
Or one of them's hairy. I forget which one.
I think that's right, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And you had that. I still remember you chanting "hairy."
The hairy man. The hairy man.
Yes.
Aww.
I remember that.
And you know what? I just recently read that the teacher that taught us that, Mr. Walker, he passed away.
Aww.
And I'm really sad because that is a teacher I would have looked up on Facebook and been like, can I have the words to that? And also thank you for all of your math teachery.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Do you have anything else for us, or was that the end of Zechariah Chapter 2?
That was all of Zechariah Chapter 2.
Okay.
Zecky out.
All right. Well, we will endeavor to be back shortly with Zechariah
Chapter 3.
Yeah. And then we'll see you guys then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
What the fuck are we doing today?
Well, we got done a couple of days ago reading Zechariah Chapter 2.
We sure as fuck did.
And in that chapter, we had the angel brought out the measuring stick to measure not Zechariah. No, they were measuring Jerusalem.
They were measuring his D.
So yeah, they were measuring the city.
Okay.
But then God was like, I got you. I'm gonna surround the place with like fire and stuff.
What? I don't remember that. Fire?
I'm pretty sure.
Real?
Was that in that chapter? I think that was in that chapter. And then he was gonna inhabit the city.
Okay.
So I don't.
Oh, he is gonna inhabit that city. I do remember that.
There was something about he was gonna surround it by fire, I think, or something like that.
I don't. Oh yeah, because I said ring of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Right.
And then he's like, I woke up. I've been asleep in this other temple over here for 70 years.
Yeah.
And I'm ready.
Right. Well, we don't know where that other place was. He just was somewhere for 70 years. Maybe.
I think it was in Egypt, personally.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Then he's gonna also bring more people to the Israelites. Like that was a thing, but he's also gonna kill them.
Well, yeah.
But
always.
Just both, I guess. I don't know.
I love you. I hate you. Remnant and world.
Foreigners. Yeah.
Foreigners. Right, Earth, globe, but only corner of the map.
It seems like it's just a very. The same message gets said over and over and over and over again.
I mean, yes and no, because this one had some really strange shit in it.
It did, but essentially the Old Testament God is like the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Just over and over and over again. Either that or it's lineage or building something.
Yeah.
Like that's like the whole fucking OT.
It's true. It's true.
Whatever.
And the blood of our fathers runs deep in us and chop off the tip of our dick.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So that was basically Zechariah Chapter 2.
Sure as fuck was.
Yeah. And so that means that today we're getting into
Zechariah Chapter 3.
All right. Let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right. We are going to get into Zechariah Chapter 3.
Okay.
And it's going to be some really crazy shit. My eyes accidentally saw some shit, and I was like trying so hard. I could not keep a straight face.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start now. And don't forget there's angels.
Yes.
Talking, more than one.
Measuring things.
And they're with Zechariah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But this one has other people in it. Okay.
Okay.
Then he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan
Whoa.
standing at his right side to accuse him.
Whoa.
The accuser.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, but the
The
Satan in
accuser
the OT is not necessarily, it's you said, the accuser.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Christians are going to read this differently.
Yeah.
But damn, what an image. Like Joshua, Joshua, right?
Joshua.
Dang.
Okay, listen to this. This is
Okay.
This is the part where I got to try to keep a straight face.
All right.
The Lord said to Satan, "The Lord rebuke you, Satan."
You didn't do a good job.
I did not.
The straight face did not happen.
I did not know that was an action. Like, I have heard so many people.
Right, yeah.
Like,
you didn't know they were quoting the Bible?
I rebuke thee.
Right.
I did not know that was. I thought it was funny. I didn't know it was an actual line from the fucking Bible.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't either, but it doesn't surprise me. Because, where would you pull the word rebuke from?
I mean,
it has to come from somewhere.
Right, but I didn't know that it was the Lord saying, "The Lord rebuke you, Satan." I'm sorry, y'all, but that's funny because the GIFs made it funny. The memes made it funny.
Yeah,
the YouTubes made it funny.
Right.
I can't help it. All right, let me try it again.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord said to Satan, "The Lord rebuke you, Satan. The Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is not this man a burning stick snatched from the fire?"
What?
Is
a burning
not?
stick? Okay. I don't know.
No, he is a human.
Right.
Is my answer.
What is that supposed to mean even? They
know.
saved him from the flames of hell or Sheol or whatever, whatever the fuck it is?
I'm going to have to ask.
Right.
Some
yeah.
Q&As.
Why does the burning stick snap? Whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Why he got to be a burning stick?
And this is God talking to Satan, who Satan and the angels are talking to Zechariah.
Yeah.
And maybe God is too.
I don't know.
It's like a big old powwow of supernatural beings.
It's the Venn diagram where all of the quotation marks come together.
That sounds like fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Now Joshua was dressed in filthy clothes as he stood before the angel.
Okay. They don't have good clothing in heaven or whatever the fuck it is.
He didn't dress up that day.
Okay.
Like when those fuckers asked Zelensky, "Do you own a suit?" And he's like, how do you say my country is at fucking war, you asshole, in English? He didn't really say that, but President Zelensky of Ukraine fully had my endorsement if he had.
Right. I have to say this though, this is the first time that the Bible has really kind of pulled a main character back into the mix, and Jesus came back, right, in the New Testament, right? That's a thing,
I guess, yeah.
From what we know, from what we're aware of, Okay. But Joshua,
right?
Joshua he came back and he's standing here in front of Zechariah.
He's just a different character in a different book now.
Apparently, he went somewhere for hundreds of years, and then he came back in filthy clothes.
He's high priest. This is not.
Oh.
This is not like a dead come back to life. This is a high priest Joshua.
Oh, this is the Joshua in Zechariah, not the Joshua
that you're
from
thinking
the Bible?
Of.
Okay.
Yeah, this I'm telling you, it said that in the first chapter. He's a high priest.
Okay. The way they're talking about him, it sounds a little like they're talking about the Joshua from earlier times.
This is high priest Joshua.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was a little confused there. Sorry.
For whatever reason, he's dressed in filthy clothes as he's standing before the angel. I don't know. Maybe he was gardening. Maybe he was working, building the temple.
Okay.
Okay. The angel said to those who were standing before him, "Take off his filthy clothes." Then he said to Joshua, "See, I have taken away your sin, and I will put fine garments on you." Then I'm guessing Zechariah, said, "Put a clean turban on his head." I'm always bossing around angels and telling them to do stuff.
Yeah.
So they put a clean turban on his fucking head and clothed him while the angel of the Lord stood by.
Okay.
The angel of the Lord gave this charge to Joshua. So this is now the angel of the Lord
Talking to Joshua.
bossing him around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what the Lord Almighty says. If you will walk in obedience to me and keep my requirements, then you will govern my house and have charge of my courts, and I will give you a place among these standing here. Listen, high priest Joshua, you and your associates seated before you, who are men symbolic of things to come. I am going to bring my servant, the branch.
Okay.
We have so many questions.
A stick from the fire, and now we got a branch. Okay.
With a
All
capital
right.
B.
Yeah.
The branch.
All right.
Well, okay, I did read some notes. Apparently there's that's some reference to Jesus, but I don't know what, because we're not there yet.
To Christians.
To Christians, yes.
Obviously not to Jewish people.
No, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I am going to bring my servant, the branch.
Okay.
See, the stone I have set in front of Joshua, there are 7 eyes on that one stone.
It's a weird stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I will grave an inscription on it. Watch the eyes, says the Lord Almighty. And I will remove the sin of this land in a single day. In that day,
Okay.
each of you will invite your neighbor to sit under your vine and fig tree, declares the Lord Almighty. The end.
Okay.
I know that the invite your neighbor to sit under your vine and fig tree is the whole, you are going to have wealth and abundance, and so you're going to invite your friend to come sit with you you're going to share your
You got a vine and
abundance.
fig tree worth hosting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, that's like a sign of abundance.
Okay.
Your vine and fig tree.
Got it. Yeah,
We've covered that before. I don't know if you recall.
I don't specifically, but I believe you, and
Okay.
you're probably right. Yeah.
I am right.
I know you're always right.
I'm
You're
always wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you finally learned it. Wow.
But the bit about he's gonna forgive all the sin in one day, that sounds very I'm sure that the Christians take that very much to heart, because that sounds very Jesus oriented.
That also sounds very rapture-y. Like, not necessarily I'm gonna suck you up into the sky, but I am gonna forgive you your sins all in one day. Boom, done. You're all forgiven. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know that the rapture is about them forgiving sin. It's about separating those who have chosen God and who haven't. The forgiving sin is the Jesus bit.
Okay. I don't know.
Jesus forgives sin.
Well, I'm just saying,
Or
like,
something.
the all in one single day, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a magic day.
Well, yeah, it's the day that Jesus died for our sins. That's like Jesus died for our sins, like according to the Bible.
Right. But he's going to remove the sin of the land in a single day. That's like all the sin. Jesus did not remove all the sin, because there's still some sin, a lot of sin.
Yes, I understand that. But like the sin no longer means the same. It's the symbolism in what Jesus is what they're referring. This isn't what this is referring to, because this is Old Testament.
Right. But I was told to read it literally. And that's how I was instructed.
Okay, but if we're reading it literally, there is no rapture.
Right.
There is none of that. So like
I know.
You're going a little.
But I'm saying that's where I think the Christians get that from, though.
I don't think I've never equated that with that. I've always the getting rid of sin has always been a Jesus thing.
Right, but not in a 1, 2, 3 go fell swoop.
But I disagree, because he died for their sins. So
right, but not there was still sin after that. He died, and he died for the believers' sins.
Right, but the sin is forgiven if you accept Jesus.
In all of the believers.
Right.
But this is all of the sin, period, is going to be gone. All of it. Wiped out.
Okay.
All the sin. Remove the sin of this land in a single day. Gone. All of it.
Got it. I'm assuming that it gets read differently in the Christian circle.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And probably Jesus related.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
I would guess that as well.
Okay.
I'm curious, what that wood thing with the fire, you're a flaming stick and now you're a branch or something.
Right.
I want to know what all that's about.
I wonder if it's the same branch that Moses had with the figs on it.
Yeah, the dick
know?
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that he beat the rock with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it the same stick?
I don't know.
The same branch?
I don't know. That would be interesting to find out.
Right. Yeah.
Probably not. That went into the ark. And then the ark
and that disappeared.
It's in Egypt with God.
Somewhere. Ethiopia, I thought.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. When I said Egypt earlier, I meant Ethiopia.
Yeah, right.
They both start with E, so...
But you're always right, so, I mean, we got that covered.
I mean, I knew what I meant. It's not my fault you can't read my mind.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Ethiopia is what I meant.
Yeah.
I think that the ark, and I think that God's little secret temple cave, I think those are in Ethiopia.
I see.
And that's where he was resting.
Okay. So that's as good a theory as any, I suppose.
That's where Moses's dick stick is.
Right.
So
yeah.
All right.
Well, anyway, now that we're rambling on about whatever.
Fire sticks and dicks.
Do you have anything else
wicks.
to add, or should we go ahead and wrap this up?
Well, let's wrap this shit up.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We will be back soon with, you know what? It's like a Saturday. Maybe I should just put out the weekly wrap.
Yeah, but we want to do a Q&A after chapters 1 through 4.
Oh, okay.
So we need to
we got one more, and then we'll go to weekly. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just not strictly adhering to the week thing then anymore.
Yeah, we just don't know what we're doing. We're planning it on the fly, literally. You're listening to
true.
us plan it.
Yeah.
And even at that, it may go differently.
It could. More than likely will. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. We will see you next time.
Bye. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, we recently got done reading Zechariah Chapter 3.
We sure as fuck did.
And in that chapter, I think most of what we're going to cover there was a lot of symbolism. So we're going to be covering it in our Q&A that we're going to be covering.
It was visions.
But I do remember somebody rebuking Satan.
I know, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was a dirty somebody's Joshua, the high priest Joshua. He was dirty. He was dirty. And he was dirty. The rebuking Satan, though, that was gold.
I could not say it with a straight face. I giggled.
But I think there was a lot of meaning that was kind of lost on us.
Yes.
So that we'll have to cover later.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we will.
Yes.
Which will be coming up in the next episode we do.
Yes.
So that being said, that was Zechariah Chapter 3.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Zechariah Chapter 4.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, we are hopping into Zechariah Chapter 4.
Okay.
And there's going to be some stuff in it that makes me call this chapter Bell, Book, and Candle.
Bell, Book, and Candlestick.
And the olive trees.
And the olive trees.
Or the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe, and the candlestick, and the olive trees.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did you ever see that movie, Bell, Book, and Candle?
No.
Oh, it's a really old Disney movie. It's so good. It's like the dentist, wait, hold on. The computer wore tennis shoes.
Is it, what?
Really old Disney movies.
The computer wore tennis shoes?
Yes.
I don't know that one either.
Kurt Russell was in it. You are looking at me like I'm crazy. Kurt Russell was in a movie called The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes.
It's not that I don't believe you. It's just that how do I not know this? Like what?
He was so young. He was so young.
Okay.
Like amazingly young.
I don't recall. Like most of the Disney movies you knew from your childhood, I don't know.
Okay, this one is so old. It's before Escape to Witch Mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When I say old, you know if it's before Escape to Witch Mountain, because Escape to Witch Mountain was old when we were kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, anyway, not the computer wore tennis shoes, but the Bell, Book, and Candle.
Sure.
It's in that same
of which I know neither of those.
Right. But I'm just saying there is a movie called that.
Yeah.
And it's as old as the other one. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And the title is just, it's relevant in my head.
I see.
And that's all.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to read.
Great.
I rebuke you, Satan husband. Okay. Then the angel who talked with me returned and woke me up like someone awakened from sleep.
That's usually what waking up means, generally.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I could have waited till the Q&A, but I am going to go ahead and tell you this. It is suggested that all of these visions came in one night. So by like the fourth one, he's fucking exhausted. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Marley's had it.
Yeah. Someone awakened him.
No,
Why'd you say
Ebenezer Scrooge just had it.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like,
sorry.
why'd you say Marley?
No, Marley was one of the...
He's the door knocker.
Right. He's the door. He's the first ghost.
All right. So he asked me, the angel,
Yeah.
What do you see? I see a brown bear looking at me. I'm so sorry. If you do not have kids, you probably aren't familiar with Eric Carle board books.
Yeah.
But there's one called Brown Bear.
There is. And it was kids' favorite.
Yeah.
One of kids' favorite.
One of kids' favorite. There's like a whole set of them.
Yeah.
And kid had brown bear, what do you see? I see a... And
whatever,
it's the next animal looking at me. And then you ask that animal what it sees. And it sees the next animal.
Right, right.
And then at the very end of the board book is like a mirror. And then you say, it's me. I see me looking at me.
Right. Okay. I think at one point I had that whole book memorized.
We did.
Yeah.
There was a macaroni penguin.
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, all right. Brown bear. And then all the other fucking animals are exotic shit I never heard of. And I'm like, come on, macaroni penguin? Are you for real?
You never heard of a macaroni penguin?
No, not prior to brown bear. Had you?
I had.
Shut up.
I had.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to help you there.
Well, I think it's a conspiracy anyway.
Probably was.
Because aren't penguins supposed to be like fake or something?
Is that what we're going with now?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, what do you see? Asked the angel. I see an angel looking at me. No, he says, I see a solid gold lampstand with a bowl at the top and 7 lamps on it with 7 channels to the lamps.
Okay.
So many lamp things.
Yeah.
And if you rub it, a genie will come out. Also, there are 2 olive trees by it. One on the right of the bowl and the other on its left. So one on each side.
Okay.
I could have said.
Yeah.
I asked the angel who talked with me, what are these, my lord? And he answered, do you not know what these are? Fucking no, my lord, I replied. That's literally why I asked you, what the fuck are these?
Yeah.
My lord.
Right.
Yeah. So he said to me, this is the word of the Lord to Zerubbabel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
What are ye, mighty mountain? Before Zerubbabel, you will become level ground. Then he will bring out the capstone to shouts of, God bless it! God bless it! Who's sneezing?
I don't know.
The mountain sneezed.
Got it. Yeah.
Then...
So wait, Zerubbabel's going to bring down mountains now?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I got to cover this in the Q&A. I don't understand any of this.
Right.
Then the word of the Lord came to me some more.
Sure.
The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this temple. His hands will also complete it. Then you will know that the Lord Almighty has sent me to you.
Okay.
So he started it and he's going to finish it.
But specifically Zerubbabel.
Yeah.
So like he's like giving him, divine power essentially.
Kind of. I mean, he did call him his signet, didn't he?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like he's like justifying this person as like this godly leader or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's no king, but he'll do all right, I guess.
Yeah, he's like a super governor.
Yeah. He's king adjacent, not king actual.
Right. Yeah.
Who dares despise the day of small things, since the 7 eyes of the Lord that range throughout the earth will rejoice when they see the chosen capstone in the hand of Zerubbabel.
Okay.
Then I asked the angel, hey, what about these 2 olive trees?
Yeah, what about those 2 olive trees?
No, what he said actually was, what are these 2 olive trees on the right and the left of the lampstand? But I liked my like Boston, New York, silly accent better.
But
What's up with that?
If they seem to be olive trees. If I was gonna guess,
And guess what? The one on each side of the fucking weird lamp.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Again, I asked them, the fuck are these two olive branches beside the
Trees?
two gold... No, it says branches.
Branches. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Beside the two gold pipes that pour out golden oil. Like, please, will you tell me?
Right, golden. Okay.
Golden oil, yeah.
All right.
He replied, do you not know what these are? Fucking no, my lord, he replied. So he said, or I said, okay, no, my lord, I said. So he said, these are the two who are anointed to serve the Lord of all the earth. The end.
Oh, okay.
So those are people, or those are kings, or those are, like, I don't know.
Probably one of them Zerubbabel, right?
These are the two who are anointed to serve the Lord.
Right. When he just got done talking about Zerubbabel and how he was going to have the capstone and have all that stuff and, like, be, make all the wonderful things.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll have to dig into it.
Yeah, I don't understand anything. I mean, I get that there is a lamp, and I get that there is either olive trees or olive branches, one on each side. And I get that there is some gold oil that apparently is like ever flowing.
Right. Either that or it's just like a drain pipe for the pisser.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. This is a very, it's very weird.
It's puzzling.
Couple of chapters here.
Yeah. And
the Bible doesn't do real well with explaining its visions.
No, I'm like, you lost me, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure that we can get some analysis for this, but like, why do we need it? Why not just say what you mean?
Why do I have to try so hard?
Yeah. It's like, just make this accessible. Come on. This isn't like that. You don't have to be this vague. Yeah. I don't need you to be this poetic, to be this way. This whatever,
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess we're done with that chapter then, right?
We're done with that chapter then, right?
That was Zechariah chapter 4.
Sure as fuck was.
That was short.
It was. I told you it was.
But it sure was.
And next episode will be the Q&A over chapters 1 through 4.
We're going to need that.
I'm going to need that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to finding out what all the the olive branches and trees and lampstands
and the horns and
bowls
the
and
mountains.
Yeah, and all that shit is.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that was Zechariah chapter 4.
Yes.
And we will see you guys hopefully tomorrow with the wrap up.
Oh, with the wrap up.
No, I'm sorry, not the wrap up. The Q&A.
The Q&A. Yeah. The Q&A. Not Saturday.
Right.
I started to get excited, and then I was like, wait, no, hold on, no.
Right.
Damn, I hadn't sung that jingle in so long.
I know, because we haven't been doing them on Saturdays.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not on Saturday.
It's almost never on Saturday anymore.
I know. That makes me so sad.
Yeah.
We did good for a while.
We did. But then my new job, so it is what it is.
It be what it be.
It does. It is. It was. It can be. It shall.
I rebuke thee.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
What the fuck are we doing?
Well, we're catching up.
We sure as fuck are.
Yeah, we've been a little bit behind, but we're getting back to. We got a Q&A today. Is that right?
We do. We have a Q&A for Zechariah chapters 1 through 4.
I understand that there are 5 visions. Yeah,
and that we got to dig into.
We're gonna unpack the shit out of those things.
I mean, unpack the shit. It is shit. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to get into these visions?
I am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, we are getting into the first 4 chapters of Zeki.
Okay.
Zechariah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure how I wanted to break this down, so bear with me.
Sure.
We're going to do like a little bit of summary because as I recall, and it's been a minute, we had like zero understanding of what the fuck was happening except for Zeki was having himself some wild ass maybe mushroom infused visions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like he was like high off his balls.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or tripping balls. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
His balls, they were a tripping.
Right.
Yes.
So because his balls hung low and they wobbled to and fro.
They did. They did. Yeah. So we had no idea what was going on, except for Zeki's having himself some wild ass visions.
Yeah.
And we did not understand the visions. We didn't understand who was talking. There was men. There was angels of the Lord.
It was very confusing.
There was so much happening.
Yeah.
And within these 4 chapters, there were 5 visions.
Right.
So, I mean, even at that, right?
Yep.
So, okay. So just to give us a little bit of recap.
Okay.
And try to explain as I go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like the first chapter, I'm going to break it into 3 separate sections. The first one was a call to the Lord, and that's where, or not a call to the Lord, a call of return to the Lord.
All right.
Where God is basically telling the people, come back, you gotta build my house. And then the second 2 parts of chapter 1 are each a vision. Okay.
Yeah.
So having said that, all right. So chapter 1, the first part is the prophet Zeki earnestly exhorts the people to repentance.
Okay.
That they may escape such punishments as had been inflicted on their fathers.
Okay.
Because, for 70 years, they've been hating it.
Right.
Because they were in the Babylonian exile.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at the time Zechariah delivered.
I just want to point out real quick, though.
Yeah.
You say they were hating it, but as I recall, they had houses. They had they were pretty much kind of integrated into the society.
It really depends on how the story wants to present itself every single day, every single verse that you read. Like if it's convenient for them to have been suffering, then we talk about the suffering.
I guess the point that I would try to make here is that if it was a choice between being conquered by the Assyrians or the Babylonians, I would have chosen the Babylonians every fucking time.
Every fucking time.
Because the Assyrians were terrible.
Oh, they were hardcore, man. They were not just murdery.
They disemboweled people and shit.
They were, while they were still alive.
Yeah.
They were not just murdery, they enjoyed it.
Right.
They were nasty folks.
And the Babylonians gave you houses.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, give me the house.
And took your kids to school.
Right.
I mean, sounds like the Babylonians were honestly in better shape than the United States currently. So, anyway.
Right, yeah.
So at the time Zechariah delivered his first message, Haggai, remember that guy, Haggis?
Yeah.
He had already been preaching for about 2 months.
Okay. Yep.
In his 2 recorded messages, remember Haggis only had 2 chapters.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Haggai had shown that all Israel's current difficulties were because of the people's selfishness and disobedience and failing to rebuild the temple.
Right.
Those bastards. But then we also read a little side note, but also they had to run everything through Babylon, and it was a mess. And also they were being attacked by other
it
people.
Wasn't as easy as just let's go build it.
God said build, but I just love my air conditioning.
But and again, I'm just going to say this again, but God didn't say build. It was the prophets that said build.
Well, they said build because God told them to.
Right. But the people didn't hear God saying it.
Right.
They heard the prophets telling them God said it.
Yes.
So
correct.
There's a big difference.
There is a big difference. And quite honestly, I don't understand believing somebody who says, hey, there's this sky daddy and he really wants us to get busy building.
Well, and it's not just that, but the prophets haven't always been known to agree with each other either. We've talked about that multiple times because the prophets are don't listen to those other prophets because they're false prophets. And it's okay, but how the fuck do you know which ones are false and which ones are not? You know what?
I'm going to go with they're all false.
Right.
Prove me wrong, right? I'm the prove me wrong guy when it comes to God and prophets.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So as a result of Haggai's preaching, the people stirred themselves and started to build again.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where we are when we start Zechariah. Okay. Now I'm going to read verse 1 because it's relevant. Okay.
Yeah.
In the 8th month of the 2nd year of Darius, remember Darius the Great?
Oh, yeah.
He's so fucking great.
Yeah.
He made me come every time. He's great. The word of the Lord came to the prophet Zechariah, son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo. Remember, we had that whole, like, was it his dad or his granddad?
Yeah,
whatevs.
yeah. Right.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't even
I
matter.
sure as hell don't.
No, I don't either. FYI, there are at least 27 different Zechariahs mentioned in the Bible,
Jesus.
as it was a common name in Old Testament times.
That's way too many Zechariahs.
I'm serious. Like, what? Like, y'all, come on. Be original.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
This particular Zechariah, though, he was mentioned in Ezra chapters 5 and 6. And I'm just going to read a couple of those verses because it's relevant.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Ezra chapter 5, verses 1 and 2. Now, Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the prophet, a descendant of Iddo, prophesied to the Jews in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel who was over them. Then Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, son of Josadak, set to work to rebuild the house of God in Jerusalem. And the prophets of God were with them, supporting them. Okay, so,
Okay. That was in Ezra? Okay.
Ezra chapter 5. This is from Ezra chapter 6, verse 14. So the elders of the Jews continued to build and prosper under the preaching of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah, a descendant of Iddo. They finished building the temple according to the command of the God of Israel and the decrees of Cyrus, Darius, and Artaxerxes, kings of Persia.
Okay.
So I thought it was really interesting, you know? Like, I forgot that we read those, but I do remember when we read them at the time, I was like, I think these guys are going to come up again, but I can't be bothered because there's too many names already.
Right.
And so, like, now we're on the other side of that, and it's like, oh, yeah. So Zechariah served the Lord in the years after the remnant returned from the 70-year Babylonian exile.
Sure.
His prophetic career began in the reign of Darius, the ruler of the Medes and Persians. Okay. The timing of Zechariah's prophecy sets it 2 months after Haggai's first prophecy and within a month after another prophecy of Haggai. So we're talking sometime between like October and November of 520 BCE.
Got it. Okay.
So Zechariah joins Haggai in the preaching. So they're both like holding hands and skipping and playing like hopscotch and jump rope. And they're like, 1, 2, 3, build with me. Except I'm not building. It's only for the builders.
Right.
Yeah. Because these dudes ain't building.
Right. They just lay around and wait for God to talk to them.
Mm-hmm. And they can't get their hands dirty. They got them special God hands. So they recall that disobedience to the prophets of former times had led to hardship and finally to captivity. So they're out there like, remember how you were just captured for 70 years? And remember prior to that when everything sucked all the time always? Because we sucked all the time always. And God was so mad. So we just have to be good now. Okay. We have to build, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds like a sales pitch, but hey, you know, whatever.
Sure, totally. So Zechariah begins his prophecy with a call to repentance and a call that remembers the poor spiritual heritage of Israel and Judah. The sin of their fathers doomed the nation to exile, and Zechariah warns the people to remember that the same thing could happen to them. So he's like, don't fuck this up. We literally just got out of Babylon.
Right.
And we're free and we can build and shit. So, like, don't fuck this up. Okay?
I think my question would be, as a person trying to worship this God or not, whatever, would be, why do the people that don't worship him at all get a pass and we don't?
Because they are not chosen and you are.
I don't give a fuck.
But like, you're Jewish, so yes, you do.
So basically, I would have it easier if I wasn't Jewish. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, and that is what many Jewish peoples have complained about over the years.
Right, yeah.
It sucks to be chosen. They're like, I wish I wasn't chosen.
Right.
How about if you don't choose me?
Yeah.
Like, awesome. So the people should therefore learn from their forefathers' experiences and take notice of the words of the prophets. This means not simply that they must rebuild the temple, like that's the checking the box thing, that's going through the motions.
Right.
More importantly, they must acknowledge their sin, accept God's discipline, turn from their disobedience, and begin a new life of devotion to God. So don't just go to church on every Sunday, like really mean it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Zechariah encouraged God's people to not only rebuild the temple, which was the emphasis of his contemporary prophet Haggai. So Haggai was like, build, build, build.
Yeah.
And Zechariah is like, yeah, do that. However, also rebuild your relationship with the Lord.
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So even the temple is a little bit symbolic.
Yes. Totally symbolic.
Right.
All right. So from there, we get into our first vision. Okay.
Okay.
This is the vision of the horses and the myrtle trees. Remember all that?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay. So Zechariah's vision of the 4 horses and their riders. In the first vision, some mounted patrol officers have just returned from a tour of duty. And you said duty. And report to a rider on a red horse who is standing among some myrtle trees, either in a ravine or a hollow.
Yeah.
Our interpretation said ravine, but others say hollow.
Okay.
So I thought it was cool to include both words.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I did not understand as we were reading through this that that's what those guys had just come from doing.
Got it.
Did you get
No,
that?
no.
Okay, good. So I'm not alone. I was like, what are these guys up? I don't understand anything that's happening.
Right.
So these guys had just been like touring the world.
Okay.
Or the world as they knew it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were like just looking at what's happening around.
Okay.
This exploration mission examined the progress of rebuilding Jerusalem and the other cities of Judah. Its purpose was to examine the work of God's people, near and far. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And don't forget, like, we're going to be getting into the measuring of the city, right? So that vision is directly related to this vision.
Okay.
Okay. And that's why I mentioned it, even though we're not there yet.
Okay.
Okay. Bible commentators debate the meaning of the horses' colors, red, brown, and white. Whatever.
Got it. Okay.
Connecting them with the 4 horsemen of the Revelation does not work because those guys are merely observers and not messengers of judgment, as in Revelation. So these are not the 4 horses of the apocalypse. They're just 4 other horses.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some suggest that the different colors mean different angelic offices or orders of the heavenly host.
Okay.
And if you'll recall, we early on did a special episode over angels and their different hierarchies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember
I think
what
it was
those...
a Patreon, but
I don't remember if it was a Patreon or if it was an open bonus.
Right.
All I do remember is that there were angels, but I don't remember the hierarchies because it's silly. So the myrtle tree is a laurel bush, okay? It's evergreen, and that is possibly a symbol of the people of Israel because they are, you can never stomp them out completely. They're always there,
right?
Which is good, you know.
Sure.
We want these people to
right. Yeah.
So, you know, ever living, okay?
Right.
The vision of horses among 2 myrtle trees represents watchful heavenly spirits keeping watch on earth. Okay. So, I mean, if that's what you say, I guess, whatever. So the patrol officers report that throughout the empire, all is calm and peaceful. And you would think, yay, right? Like no war, loving that.
No, it sounds good to me.
Right? So this report may be good news for the Persians, but it's not good news for the Jews who have now been in bondage to foreign overlords for more than 70 years. They long for freedom and pray for God's mercy. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why peace is bad for them, other than that maybe it makes them complacent or something. I don't really get it.
Or they're people that are, like, they're not fully in charge of their own destiny right now, right? So, like, maybe they would hope that some other conquering force would take over the Persian/Medes so that they could rule themselves. But then you're still talking about another force that's going to be in the area that would probably then end up in your doorstep,
yeah.
which is not good either. So
exactly.
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
You know, like I that doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't really understand that, but I threw it in there in case anybody like gets it.
Yeah.
Like explain to me, please. So the patrol found that the world was at peace, but God was angry with the nations of the world because they were at ease while God's people were suffering. Okay. So God tells them that although he used these other foreign nations to punish them, like remember he was like, they are such tools.
Yeah.
I'm going to use these people to whip the fuck out of you.
But they'll get theirs, you know. Yeah.
So, but those nations went beyond the limits he had set.
Okay.
So, like, you know, the Syrians, for example. Right. And he was like, I'm totally going to let them beat you because I want them to beat you. But then he's like, oh my God, I'm so mad for how you beat my people that I told you to beat. Right.
But then they didn't get their comeuppance. Yeah. So, like, where's God?
Yeah.
What happened? Why didn't he do that?
So he loves his people and he knows what their enemies have done to them. That's what this message is.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like telling them, I know. Just hold on. Okay.
But why you got to hold on?
Right. Exactly.
Like, why can't you just take care of it, man?
Exactly. So I want to compare two different versions of verse 14 because it's interesting the way it reads in our translation versus other translations.
Sure.
Okay. So ours says, this is what the Lord Almighty says. I am very jealous for Jerusalem and Zion, and I'm very angry with the nations that feel secure. I was only a little angry, but they went too far with the punishment. And actually, that's verses 14 and 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to compare that to other translations out there.
Yeah.
Thus says the Lord of hosts, I am zealous instead of jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with great zeal. I'm always zealous with zeal.
Jealousy.
You cannot be zealous unless you have zeal.
Yeah.
But you can be zealous if you don't have moxie. I personally recommend having both moxie and zeal.
Got it.
Personally.
Yeah,
that's a great
combo. That's the way to go.
Right.
For sure.
Okay, so he's zealous with great zeal. I am exceedingly angry with the nations at ease, for I was a little angry and they helped, but with evil intent. Instead of, but they went too far with the punishment.
Got it.
Do you see the difference there?
Yeah.
So I found that translation is like, wow, those are like, I guess the message is kind of the same, but like, how did you get that word choice?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the translations of the Bible are whoever is translating it, kind of the message that they're wanting to convey gets slightly tweaked here or there.
Sure.
And, you know, to me, evil sounds much more sinister than they went a little too far type thing. Yeah. You know,
they went too far with their punishment.
And
they helped, but with evil intent.
Right.
Like, yikes.
Yeah.
Calm your tits, bro.
That's a big it's a big break from just they went too far.
They went too far, bro.
Right.
Versus,
people can go too far.
Yeah.
But if you're evil, you're always evil. Right.
So yeah. So it's also like a matter of how we view these nations forever after.
No, I mean,
so it matters.
If they went too far, it's easy to forgive going too far. Right. If they're evil, they're always evil.
Yeah.
Right. So like that, even in today's society, that could intone hatred towards other cultures.
Exactly.
And that's not a great way to phrase something, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
You're trying to be
peaceful.
Yeah. Right.
Right? Like, you can't be peaceful with an evil nation. Like, how do you be evil with, for example, I don't know, Nazis?
Well, yeah, I don't think you can.
You can't. You know. You can't. That's why our country is in trouble. That's why I use that example.
Sure, yeah.
You know, that whole thing like 5 years ago, and now they're trying to push it again. Can't we just find a way to get along? Can't we all just get along? Just find common ground. And what I took from that was hug a Nazi or else you're the bitch.
Right.
And I'm like, how about no? Fuck off. You don't understand what you're talking about. You're both siding an issue and you're part of the problem.
I do want to say I do respect the people that go out of their way to help reform people that have fallen down the rabbit hole of right-wing nationalist Christian bullshit. there are people working towards those things, and I do respect that.
I think that is a very valuable and wonderful thing that they are doing. I don't like being told that I'm a bitch because I'm not doing it.
Well, and I think more importantly, as a collective and as a force of, a force that we have to deal with in our country, it's impossible to collectively deal with them individually. Right? They are absolutely a political force in our country right now.
Yes.
And that's something that has to be reckoned with in more than just a individual reforming way.
Right.
And it's good to have that going on, but we need to do more.
And I'm not the person for that. Have a nice day.
You and I have talked about it, and there's a lot of and I'm not trying to get off track too much here, but...
Oh, I'm always trying to get off track. Go on.
With regard to how these ideas kind of percolate through our society, they are very... They base a lot of this by catering to the alpha male genre of men, even women.
Yeah.
But they cater to this group, and they know that they are one of the loudest groups because they have a lot that they're angry about.
Yeah.
And it forms this whole bullying culture that kind of bullies other people into pseudo agreeing with them.
Just to make them be quiet.
Right. But that also leads people down these dangerous avenues of, well, maybe I will look into that.
Right. Exactly. As though it's a valid option. It's not, you guys.
Right.
It's not.
But that's these people that are pushing these alpha male ideas and these Christian nationalist ideas that are built around an alpha male mentality know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They absolutely know. Yeah. It's falling up is part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he's like, those people were total tools and now I hate them, but don't worry about it. I got you.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So therefore he will now turn and help Israel again. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
And so the temple's going to get finished and the city will be rebuilt.
Hey, that's fantastic.
It will be made prosperous once more.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah. And then about 4 years from the time of that prophecy, Zion was comforted and Jerusalem was specially chosen and the temple was rebuilt 4 years after Zechariah gave his prophecy.
Hey, that's great. Yeah.
That happened.
Good stuff. So,
yay.
That's one of those prophecies that got completed then? Mm-hmm. That's great.
Within the book.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, it's still trash, but at least it was within the book.
Right,
yeah. So that was the first... That was the first vision. Okay, we're still in chapter 1. Yeah, and now we're going to talk about the second vision. I know, I'm so sorry.
No,
it's
you're
not
fine.
my fault.
You're fine. Yeah.
Okay, so this vision is about the 4 horns and the 4 craftsmen, which we later learned were carpenters, which fucking matters.
Sure. Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's a difference, and one word means more emotionally.
For Christians.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, even not Christians, we all know what you mean.
Right, but as far as your religion goes,
yeah,
it matters more to Christians.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It matters more for the Christian story.
Right.
Okay. So the 4 horns represent the nations that scattered God's people. Okay. And the second vision assures the Jews that they need have no fear of foreign overlords. Nations may attack them from all sides, using their power to oppress Israel as wild beasts use their horns to terrify their victims.
Right.
But their success will not last. Just hang in there, guys.
It's very demeaning to refer to your enemies as wild beasts.
Oh, yeah.
It allows
dehumanizing.
Hate, and it allows, nationalism.
Evil, and we just got through calling them evil. Now we're calling them wild beasts. Yeah. Totally dehumanizing.
Yeah.
In biblical times, horns spoke of strength and authority because the power of a bull or an ox is expressed through its horns.
That makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, horns are hornish? Yes, I understand. I understood that reference.
Right.
So if Zechariah spoke of scattering Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem in a broad prophetic sense, including scattering that had yet to come, then the 4 horns that are those nations are very likely Babylon, Medo-Persia, like the Medes and the Persians,
Right.
Greece, and Rome. Okay. But that's only if this was a prophetic vision.
Right.
Speaking of scattering that hadn't happened yet.
Got it.
Okay.
Because otherwise it would include the Assyrians instead of
Probably. Yeah.
something else.
Yeah. The vision of 4 horns and carpenters symbolizes the idea that men will cut down and terrify the enemy nations that battled Israel.
Okay.
Take your marks.
Right.
So God announces judgment against the nations that scatter his people, and each nation that attacks Israel will be overthrown. So says God, or whatever.
I mean, on a long enough time scale, I suppose that's true, you know?
Yeah, I guess. So that was chapter 1, visions 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're on chapter 2. This one's a little shorter.
Okay.
And so we're going to talk about the third vision.
Okay. Yeah.
This one is the one with the measuring line and the protection promised.
Okay.
The call to return to the promised land. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the third vision, Zechariah sees a young man going out to measure Jerusalem in preparation for the rebuilding of its walls.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a small task.
No.
And I thought it was an angel.
No, it was a man, and he asked the angel, "The fuck is that? What's going on?"
Oh.
And he asked the angel to explain it to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to read verses 1 and 2. Verse 1, there's some stuff that happens, and it's longer than necessary, so I'm just reading the last part of it.
Got it.
There before me was a man with a measuring line in his hand. I asked, "Where are you going?" He answered me, "To measure Jerusalem, to find out how wide and long it is." Remember, we were like, why?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Right.
This is so weird. There actually was kind of a reason.
Okay.
Jerusalem was being measured to make sure that it's large enough for the multitudes that God is going to be bringing to the city.
Oh.
In the time of Zechariah, it seemed strange to worry about Jerusalem being big enough because there seemed to be too few people in the city.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
But he's calling them all to come back from where they've been scattered.
So this is just like the measuring of the city is like, this is how much we need to prepare for how many people are going to be coming back.
Yeah.
We have to measure the city to find out. We can't just expand afterwards. We have to know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the vision of the man with the measuring line ultimately symbolizes, in and of itself, the restoration of Jerusalem.
Okay. Right.
But a messenger stops him, for the rebuilt city will extend beyond the walls of the former city. In fact, it will not need walls at all because
God's going to protect them.
God will be its protector.
Yeah.
That's right. So those Jews that were still in Babylon may have made living conditions reasonably comfortable for themselves, which we discussed.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that they made living conditions comfortable for themselves
They just
so much as that they were allowed to have that by their captors.
Yeah. Who
and they were like
that terrible.
Right.
At least at this point in time. Like they literally let them go back to their homeland.
Right.
So like the relations between them was at least bearable.
Right.
You know?
And they lived pretty well.
Right.
So
and they've talked about that since the time that they got conquered on. That they had houses right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I mean it wasn't like there was ever a time where they were being tortured and I mean I'm sure bad things happened, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say that didn't happen. But
and also, just because you live in a gilded cage doesn't mean you're not a prisoner.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I'm not trying to disparage that. But also, this time in human history was a very barbaric and warring time where people got conquered and people conquered, and it was just a thing that happened.
Right.
And I'm not trying to excuse that part of human history, but it's not anything special that they went through versus other cultures.
And it's understandable why they would be like, I got a nice house. It's been 70 years. Yeah. I don't mind.
Like, is it even your homeland after that? Like, I mean, other than like a legacy, it's really not anything that you would even know or recognize mostly. I
know I'm not a fair judge to ask that question of, because I've moved so much in my life, having been a military brat and then a military person myself, and traveled with a truck driver for a year or two. Like, I have moved around a lot.
Sure, but now you've been in one place for about 25 years now.
Yeah, I've been in Ohio since the end of 2000. I moved here.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, would I feel like a draw to come back to Ohio? I don't know.
You don't think if you left you would miss, I mean, you miss things about other places you've been in your life?
I miss, the one place that I miss is where I spent the 5 most formative years of my youth.
Yeah, when you were over in Italy.
Yeah.
But you also talk about when you lived in San Antonio, you talk about the Riverwalk, and you talk about the burrito places.
I can live without it.
But there are things, I'm saying there are things that you do like that you would go back and visit. So
you were arguing, like, is that even your homeland anymore, you Jewish people that have been away? And now you're like, but surely you'd miss the burritos.
Right. No, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. So
I mean,
which way is it?
Well, I'm just, you're saying that you don't have a homeland, and I get how you're equating it, but these people have a
religious and emotional cultural tie.
Yeah, they have a tie directly to it that is reinforced by their community, I'm sure.
And the burritos were delicious.
They must have been.
I mean, look, I'm sorry. I know that this is trash. You can at me all you want, okay?
Yeah.
But Taco Cabana slaps. I don't fucking care.
I've never had it, so I can't say anything.
You've never been to Texas, but yeah, it's completely obnoxious. Like, it's bright pink and turquoise, like Barbie colors is their entire like logo, and like the way the walls are painted and everything.
I feel like the first place you would have us visit if I went down to Texas with you would be Taco Cabana. Yeah,
when my sister and I drove from Ohio to San Antonio, which is no small feat, I will have you know.
Right.
The second that we got into San Antonio, that was the first thing we looked for. Where is the nearest Taco Cabana to our hotel?
Yeah.
We literally ate breakfast there every morning the whole time we were there. And I mean, we were there only like a week, maybe, if that. I don't know. It was for our grandmother's funeral and stuff like that. Right. So I don't remember. It was less than a week, but every day that we were there, we ate breakfast at Taco Cabana.
Right.
So, but I'm not trying to say I love San Antonio or Texas, but goddamn, I wish that we had a Taco Cabana up here in Ohio. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, they could put one just like right by our house and they'd do fine.
It's their salsa.
Yeah. I can't speak to it. But.
You know what? It's their meat and their tortillas. My God.
This is like an ad break.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, and here's the thing though. Like, I know that everybody listening to this that lives in San Antonio, I know you know what I'm talking about. And I know that you are like, oh my God, really? Really? Because it's kind of like the Starbucks of the area. There's like one on every corner.
Right. But you moved away.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't have that Tim Hortons taco.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I recognize that there are people in San Antonio that are like, for real, I can't with you right now. So apologies, but sorry, not sorry.
Right.
You know, I be how I be.
Right.
All right. So anyways.
Back to God.
Yeah. And so these people are like, I don't know if I want to go home. And, you know, it's kind of cool where I'm at here.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't either. But they should be beware of becoming too settled.
Oh.
After 70 years. They were supposed to live on their toes.
Like, dude, it's already too late. We done settled.
I mean,
can you imagine being told, hey, your God wants you to uproot your entire fucking life. I know you're comfortable and all, but you need to like leave that all behind and come over here and rebuild everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait,
you can
look, I know my parents signed up for this, but like I didn't sign up for it, man.
No, I'm out.
I'm done.
I'm out.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think of, you know, how we're always watching Star Trek shows.
Yeah.
And right now how we're in Voyager.
Yeah.
And how the Doctor went through this time, like, dilation thing where the planet he was on for, like, every second that he was there, so many years passed or whatever.
Right.
So he was there for 3 years waiting for them to come back for him. And in that time, he married and had a child.
I'm still trying to work out how he had a child.
I want to know how a hologram has fucking working sperm.
I mean, we talked about it. Maybe maybe it was adopted, or maybe the woman he was with was already pregnant when they got together.
But he named that kid Jason, which was an unusual, like they specifically commented that it was an unusual name, which means that name meant something to him, that he was allowed to name this child.
Right.
So, yeah, either he adopted his girlfriend's baby or they adopted one together. I don't know.
Right. And why the name Jason?
I don't know.
Like, where did that come from?
Who is Jason on the show? Like, we don't even know it. All I'm saying is, like, he was only there for 3 years. These people were there 70 years, and they're expected to be on their toes the whole time. Whereas the doctor was like, it's been a minute. Oh, I'm going to get married and have a kid now.
Right.
3 years was all it took for him to settle. So that's the comparison I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read verse 6 and 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Come, flee from the north, declares the Lord, for I have scattered you to the four winds of heaven, declares the Lord.
Okay.
Come, Zion, escape, you who live in daughter Babylon.
Daughter Babylon. That's, that doesn't sound so bad.
No, she's right.
Right.
So in Zechariah's day, few of these people who were carried into captivity in the Babylonian Empire returned to the promised land when they were allowed to, which is why the Lord exhorted his people to return to the land he gave them. So, like, they were not excited to go back. They were like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And so, like, all these prophets are like, no, but God wants you to, real bad.
Well, because we've talked about this many, many times, but like, if the prophets and the governors don't have people to lead, they don't have power.
Yeah.
Right? So it makes sense for them to be pushing for this and using God as an excuse.
Well, yeah, because how else are they going to get coins and goats?
Right.
Who's going to give that to them for free?
Yeah, this is just building their fucking base. That's all they're doing.
They're just getting the grift on.
I mean, that's all it feels like the whole time that we've been reading this.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
So
most of the exiles were super comfy in Babylon and refused to endure the challenge to build a work of God. They were like, fuck that.
Don't blame them.
They were like, have fun with that temple over there. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah. So there were reasons for rejoicing, though, because guess what?
What?
God promises to protect his precious people that he fucked for years.
Yeah, like, what kind of fucking promise is that? You've done that so many goddamn times. I can't even count at this point.
He's always making promises, and then he's like, psych.
Right?
So they should return to Jerusalem as quickly as possible, both to enjoy its blessings and to avoid the punishment that is about to fall on their captors. Okay, so here's verse 9, still in chapter 2.
Sure,
okay?
yeah.
I will surely raise my hand against them so that their slaves will plunder them. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
right.
God promises that those who enslaved the people of God would become spoil for the restored people of God. The enslavers would become the enslaved because we love retribution and getting even and vengefulness. Like, we love all of that, right?
And condoning slavery, apparently.
Yes, very exciting.
Regardless of what the reasoning is behind it, you're still condoning it. Look, this God is still condoning it.
This is one of those times when, honestly, I don't fucking care who started it.
Right? Yeah.
I'm ending it. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Like, that's what my mom used to say when we were fighting, and when me and my sister were, like, fighting.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes it does matter, and I wish that she had, like, actually interceded more to, like, get down to the nitty-gritty of who did start it.
Right.
But slavery is an issue where I don't fucking care. Stop telling me, but they did it first.
Yeah.
Well, they sold them to us, so
just
it's fine.
Don't do it anymore. Period.
I don't care.
The end.
Yeah. I mean, look, and I don't want to say, I'm talking to slavers. When I say I don't fucking care, stop. When I say I don't care, I totally care. Anybody who is listening to this and is descended from slaves, of course I care.
Right.
That is why I am telling them, the slavers, I don't fucking care. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I don't want to, like, be sounding like I don't care to people who are descended from slaves.
Right.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, God gives further encouragement to those working on the temple by assuring them that it will be the means by which he dwells among his people again. Citizens of other nations will renounce their gods and come to join with Israel as the people of God, and it's going to be so fucking exciting. Okay, so the first 3 visions that we have just read, they are largely messages of encouragement to the builders. Okay. And that kind of matters because the ones after this, they're directed elsewhere. I'm not going to tell you like where until we like get done with more past what we've read. Okay. But now we're starting chapter 3. Okay. And chapter 3, I have broken into 2 parts. Okay. So the first part is the vision of the Lord, Satan, and Joshua, the high priest. And the second part is God's message to Joshua, the high priest. Okay. So we're getting into our 4th vision. Okay. Are you ready?
Is there rebuking in this one?
There is rebuking. I did not write that because I knew I could not get through it without cracking up.
Right.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
So the angel...
Wife, I rebuke you.
You do not rebuke me.
No, I don't.
Sir.
I don't.
You never rebuke me. Absolutely not. Satan, I rebuke thee in the name of God. Whatever. Okay, so Zechariah then has a 4th vision. A version of a vision in which he sees Satan accuse the high priest Joshua, and therefore the people he represents, of being unclean.
Which, just a reminder, in the Old Testament and in Jewish book and lore, Satan is the accuser.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, totally fine that you knew that without my notes. Yeah. So remember how in this vision, like Joshua was filthy?
Yes.
And we were like, what?
Right.
So his being filthy is representative of the people being filthy.
Okay.
So what was happening here is that Satan's like, he is way too filthy to be in the presence of God, and these people are way too filthy to be yours. So
I see.
And yeah, I did not get any of that.
Right.
I was like, he's filthy, and Satan's like, look how dirty that guy is. Like, I did not know the deeper meaning in this.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I missed all of that.
Sure.
So, because of their long exile in idolatrous Babylon, they are no longer fit to enter God's presence. Okay. So they are filthy, right? Okay. So, in other words, Satan is hinting that the people are wasting their time building the temple because they're not clean. So, the building of the temple is pointless, says Satan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Since they are unclean, no sacrifices that they offer there are going to be acceptable to God. So, like, why are you even having them build this, God?
Right.
Like, see, that Satan being all sneaky there, right?
Right.
Like, and it's logical. I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so here's verse 1 of chapter 3. Then he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord. Let me read that again because I had the wrong emphasis.
Okay.
Then he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right side to accuse him. Because, as you pointed out, in Hebrew, Satan means accuser or adversary.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So God replies to Satan, excuse you, I have not cast off my chosen people.
Right.
Okay? Step off, calm your tits, Satan. I totally want to tell Satan, calm your tits, Satan. The people's time of exile in Babylon has been his punishment on them. So he's like, no, they're fine. I got this. I already took care of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're good. And now he has saved them. Okay.
Okay.
He has snatched them from the hand of their enemies, brought them back to their land, and cleansed their sins. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So God's like, don't worry about it, Satan. This is none of your concern.
Yeah.
I fucking rebuke thee.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny because like later Jesus cleanses sins by dying on the cross.
Yeah.
So this is very, cleansing of the sins. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see how it.
Right.
You can see how somebody read this and was like, I like that bit.
Right. No, I reckon. Yeah. Like this whole book so far, there's like all these like, oh, Jesus is in that bit.
But it's
or,
not,
you know, sort of like the idea of
it's not that Jesus is in that bit
Right.
so much as that you're like, oh, that's where they got that Jesus-y bit from. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You can totally see how the Old Testament influenced the writing of the New Testament, even though we haven't read it yet.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of amazing.
Well, and I can also see how you can tie, like if you pick and choose and cherry pick, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You can take bits of the Old Testament and tie it in with things from the New Testament, and you quote one thing, like you quote one verse from the Old Testament, and you're like, see how this ties into here?
Yeah.
But you're quoting it out of context and without any information about it, you know?
Right, right.
So, like, yes, you can tie things in and you can make them fit for more reasons than one, because Christianity took the Old Testament and built their version of the religion around the prophecies from the Old Testament.
Yep.
And also, if you take anything out of context, you can make it fit whatever you want. So I just, you know, sorry, I just had to say that.
You're not wrong. So I'm going to read verse 2 now. I know we're moving right along through this fucking chapter, right?
Yeah.
But this is the one where he gets called a brand or like a burning something or other.
Okay.
And we're like, the fuck? What?
Sure.
Like, this whole chapter was so confusing.
Yeah.
Actually, all of these chapters were confusing.
It's true.
So I appreciated preparing the notes for this because literally I did not get any of this from what we were reading. So, all right. Verse 2, our translation reads, ... is not this man a burning stick snatched from the fire? But other translations read, is this not a brand plucked from the fire?
Okay.
Okay. A brand is a burnt, burning, or smoldering piece of wood.
Sure.
It isn't worth very much and will be consumed completely if it isn't plucked from the fire.
Sure.
So God's like, I plucked these people or this one dude from the fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, is this not a man? Is not this man, a burning stick snatched from the fire?
Okay.
Okay. Now, verse 3 says, now Joshua was dressed in filthy clothes as he stood before the angel. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's read some notes about that. Joshua wasn't in God's presence just as a spectator, but also as a ministering priest of service.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's like not just a guy, he's like interacting and asking questions, and he's like a main character.
Yeah.
He's standing there dirty.
Right.
Okay. Satan was probably pointing at Joshua's filthy clothes and declaring that Joshua was totally unfit, unclean to stand before the Lord. As the representative of the people, so too were the people unclean to enter the temple in God's service.
I could see this all playing out as just like some elaborate, almost like a play that they put on for the people that they're trying to teach these lessons to, you know, and so that way it visually has this like resonance with people as far as how they view this relationship that they have with their God versus, you know, the accuser, Satan, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And it would make a lot more sense as to why people took these ideas in the way they did.
Yeah.
Because if the prophets are showmen, much like, you know, a lot of the bigger priests and pastors of today, they would be trying to convince people through a show,
through story,
how these things, you know, transpire.
You got to be charismatic and you got to put on a show.
Right.
And that's what this was. And the only other time that we see Satan was in Job, and it was the same fucking thing.
Right.
You know, it was the conversation about man right in front of man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, FYI, the Hebrew word for filthy is the strongest expression in the Hebrew language for filth of the most vile and loathsome character.
Oh, okay.
So
All
when
right.
Satan's like, he filthy.
That's strong words.
Yeah. He's not just saying like, do dirty and kind of stink a bit. He's saying he is the worst of the worst, the lowest of the low. He's got shit on his face and on his soul. Okay.
Yeah.
So Joshua's filthy clothes were symbolic of his iniquities and thus symbolic of the people's iniquities on a larger basis. And like I said, I got none of this from reading it, but now it makes so much better sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So the vision of the cleansing of Joshua and his filthy garments symbolizes restoration of the people, forgiveness.
Sure.
Okay. So Joshua's iniquity is removed and he is given clean garments. Now he's going to go set up the temple and its priesthood for them once again.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, now verse 5 says, Then I said, put a clean turban on his head.
Yeah,
Remember,
that
we were
was
like,
really
what?
weird, right?
Like, that's out of the blue and odd. Yeah. So apparently the turban was part of the high priest's garments. And on the front, it had a gold plate inscribed with the phrase, Holiness to the Lord. And that was actually apparently discussed in the book of Exodus.
Huh.
Which I don't recall.
I do recall them talking about the priest's garments.
Yeah.
Like there was the whole pomegranates and there was a lot of things that I
the
do recall.
Thummim and the Thurman.
Right,
Or
yeah.
something. The
There was, like,
Durman and the Thummim.
They had some specific colors that they utilized and different things like that, but I don't recall
I don't
plate
recall the
on
turban. I don't recall the turban or the plate on the turban.
Right.
But apparently there was a big old hat thing and a plaque on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those religious people love their hats.
They fucking do, right?
You know?
I mean, look, if I gotta be religious, I want a hat.
You know? I mean,
but a cool hat, not just like a baseball hat.
right.
Like, witches got pointy round hats, right?
Sure.
Like, everybody's got hats.
I mean, the Pope, for God's sakes.
Oh,
Jesus.
That is quite the
That
hat.
guy's got a hat.
I will tell you, Dr. Seuss hats,
Right?
they
yeah.
are tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a hat if I'm going to go to church. That's all I'm saying. So you cannot get me into a church unless there's a hat involved.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So carrying on, we're still in chapter 3.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And the rest of this is God's message to Joshua the high priest. Okay.
All right.
So there's a personal admonishment and a promise to Joshua. Joshua and his fellow priests are warned to be faithful to God in carrying out their duties in the new temple, you said duty, that God will put in their care. So he's like, I'm telling you what to do with this temple. Now listen, take note.
Yeah.
Okay. And Joshua will then be able to enter the presence of God without fear of Satan's accusations. So he's telling him, like, dude, I'm giving you exactly the instructions. And so once you guys get this thing built, it'll be fine. And you can totally go in there and give me all your gold.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reestablishment of the Israelite priesthood is a further sign to assure the people that their Messiah will come.
I see.
Because, they are very, like, there's going to be a Messiah coming someday.
Right.
That's very awesome for them.
Apparently.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So verse 8 reads, Listen, high priest Joshua, you and your associates seated before you who are men symbolic of things to come. I am going to bring my servant, the branch.
Okay.
So the term branch is used several times as a title for the Messiah. I don't recall it, but apparently it happened twice in the book of Isaiah and twice in the book of Jeremiah.
Okay.
Our translation may have said something different.
Is that
I
why
don't
some
know.
people think that the branch that Moses beat the rock with was symbolic of something too? Maybe.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But the branch, is associated with fruitfulness and life, and so
Got it.
maybe Moses's stick
Represented something along depending on who you ask. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's the case.
I
but
mean,
it
they're
would-
always talking about
a lot of
wood
fucking
and branches and trees and
things.
bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who could fucking know, right?
Right.
Yeah. A specially engraved stone is to be set in the temple as a reminder of what the Messiah will do. He will cleanse the land of sin and bring in a new era of contentment and prosperity. So verse 9 says, See the stone I have set in front of Joshua. There are 7 eyes on that one stone.
Yeah, that was weird.
And I will engrave an inscription on it, says the Lord Almighty.
It's a good thing Moses isn't around anymore because, he had to stay up there for 40 days for him to engrave something. They had to go back for 40 more because he broke the first one.
Yeah.
And he's just going to let this guy not go up a mountain. He's just going to engrave
He's
it.
like, here,
there.
hold
Here's
this.
a rock. It's engraved.
Hold this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that one stone, I will engrave it, and I will remove the sin of this land in a single day.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Moses is jealous. As
Right?
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just in case a branch seems weak, God gives another symbol, a stone engraved with 7 eyes.
That does it. I mean, right there. That seals the deal.
He wasn't sure that the branch was going to do it. So he's like, here's a rock with 7 eyes on it.
I'll tell you what. If I see a rock with like literally 7 eyes on it, that's a pretty strong sign of things.
You mean like actual eyes or like engraved eyes?
Oh, like actual eyes.
Well, these are just engraved eyes.
Oh, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it literally says, I'm going to engrave.
No, I thought he was engraving the words. I thought the eyes were eyes, you know?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
So, no, it's a stone engraved with 7 eyes. Okay. The stone itself was probably a ceremonial object or a cornerstone, something meant to symbolize strength, foundation, or authority. It is used here as a metaphor for something or someone unshakable.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Someone.
Yeah.
So God places the stone in front of Joshua, the high priest, implying that the foundation being laid, whether spiritual or tangible, is divine. Because he's not putting it in front of the governor. He's putting it in front of the spiritual leader.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a God thing. All right.
Sure.
So eyes are generally symbolic of perception, knowledge, awareness, like that kind of thing, like education.
Yeah.
It reflects how the people took in information.
Okay.
Why 7 of them, though, right?
Yeah.
We actually did a numerology thingamabobber early on. The number 7 in Hebrew literature means completeness, perfection, and totality, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Think like 7 days of creation, 7 days in a week. That kind of thing.
There was definitely reiterating themes of numbers throughout
77,
the Old Testament.
7,
And 40.
Yeah. And 40.
Right.
Yeah. 7 and 40. Yeah. So 7 eyes means complete and perfect understanding. Okay.
Yeah.
And that indicates that the coming messianic figure is wise and all-seeing. Whoever
it might be.
Whoever that Messiah is.
We're not hedging any bets here. We're not saying who it's going to be.
I don't know anything about that.
It might or might not happen, you know, in the near future, or I don't know
anything about it.
Who knows?
That's not mine to know.
Right.
Nope. All right. So we are now done with the first 3 chapters. We're starting chapter 4. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is where we get into the 5th vision. Okay.
Yeah.
And this one is a fuckaroo. I mean, what the actual hells is going on here?
Yeah.
The 5th vision is of a 7-headed lampstand standing between 2 olive trees. And the olive trees pour their oil into a central bowl on top of the lampstand. The oil from the central bowl then feeds the 7 lamps that provide the light.
Okay.
This means that the lamps do not need anyone to look after them because magic.
Yeah.
Light is provided supernaturally through the constant supply of oil from the trees. And when I say lampstands, you can also imagine the word menorah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did read that is another translation.
Sure.
Okay. So the prophet, overpowered by his last vision, is roused by the angel to behold another. Like, he's like, dude, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the first couple of verses here.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then the angel who talked with me returned and woke me up, like someone awakened from a sleep.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get woke up, it's because you were asleep.
That's true. That's generally true. Yeah.
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 So apparently he's going to go on to have 8 total visions, of which this is the 5th, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And apparently all 8 of these visions came in a single night.
Wow.
So it appears that Zechariah, wearied by the excessive excitement of all of these visions that are happening, he had fallen asleep.
Okay.
I mean, he just had 4 visions in one night, and he's about to have his 5th. And so he's like, I'm tired.
You'd think if God wanted to talk to you, he could keep you awake, right? Like, I mean, that doesn't seem like it would be that hard.
It doesn't. It's really
like
doesn't.
God can build an entire solar system, universe, and planet in 7 days. And
I mean,
he can't keep, this dude awake.
Humankind can make monster drinks.
Right, yeah.
Like energy drinks, dude. So the angel came again, a second time, to arouse him from his slumber.
Okay.
This was not the first time he had fallen asleep during that momentous chain of events.
Okay.
So now I'm going to read verse 2. I see a solid gold lampstand with a bowl at the top and 7 lamps on it, with 7 channels to the lamps.
Yeah.
Okay. So God gave Zechariah a vision of the gold lampstand that was meant to stand in the temple as a representation of the presence of God in the temple. So he's like, here's a picture of a magic lamp. Now take that picture in your head, and that's me in the temple that you're going to build. Okay?
So God's a lampstand.
Yeah. God's a light.
Whatever.
But
He's a fucking lampstand.
He is a lampstand, totally. And remember, the number 7 in Hebrew means completeness, perfection, and totality.
Right.
So the 7 lamps refer to divine omniscience.
Sure.
Or the complete spiritual insight needed for the task ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why 7 lamps, not just like 6 or 1.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Okay. Verse 3 reads, also, there are 2 olive trees by it, one on the right of the bowl and the other on its left.
Okay.
Okay, so the lamps in the temple were normally fueled by pure, specially prepared olive oil, but the lampstand Zechariah saw in his vision was fed straight by the trees.
Wow.
Magic.
Wow. Magic
Total
trees.
magic.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting, I think.
Okay.
One of the more tedious duties of the, you said duty,
Jesus.
of the temple service was the constant care of the lamps on the gold lampstand. They had to be continually refilled with oil, cleaned of soot, and their wicks had to be maintained.
Yeah.
Now, that's why it's interesting, right? Because he had to go to all that effort all the time, right?
Right.
But in this vision, Zechariah sees self-filling lamps fed directly from 2 olive trees.
Wow.
So, nobody's
got to do work to fill the lamps.
Yeah,
you're
you just
good to
gotta,
go.
You do have to build the temple.
And you gotta worship your God. 'Cause
Yeah.
otherwise he might not fill the lamps anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Among other things that he might do.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. He's such a dick.
He really is.
So Zechariah asks for an explanation of the vision because he's not the only one that's confused.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, it's no wonder we were confused if Zechariah
Yeah.
doesn't even fucking know.
Exactly. I mean, he had to ask an angel of the Lord. All we have is some people that have been studying this shit for years and put it on the internet.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So the meaning of the vision. This vision was of particular encouragement to Zerubbabel, who in his task of reconstructing the temple faced mountainous obstacles. Okay, so here's the problems that he faced. And Zerubbabel was the governor. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Just to remind everybody.
Yeah.
So his authority was limited by Persia.
Yeah.
He had a shortage of labor and materials. His workers were discouraged by some of the Jewish people who despised the new building as being small in comparison with Solomon's magnificent temple from way back.
Okay.
And he was surrounded by hostile foreigners who tried to hinder the work. So Zerubbabel had all of this shit going on. So when he heard from Zechariah that no, the temple's going to get done, and God is going to be the light inside of it. It's going to be awesome. Zerubbabel was like, "That's so cool. I'm really glad to hear that. I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Yay! I can sleep at night." Okay. Right. So God now gives him a message of encouragement and reassurance. Just as the lamps receive a continuous supply of oil supernaturally, so the temple will be finished through the power of God's Spirit. So people, when they finish it, they are not to take credit for having built it.
It's God.
They were only able to build it because God gave them
just like
whatever.
You didn't get cured of cancer by a doctor. You got cured of cancer because of God.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So God's power, not human power, is to be the source of Zerubbabel's strength. So he's telling him ahead of time, rely on God because God will always be there. So it's like a self-fulfilling little snake eating its tail.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Zechariah then records an additional meaning given to the 2 olive trees. Through the Davidic prince Zerubbabel and the high priest Joshua, God will supply spiritual power to Israel, and this will enable Israel to send forth the light of God throughout the whole earth.
I see. Okay.
So this is not local anymore. They are talking big.
They're going global with this.
They're going global.
Which is like
the whole desert. Right? So the vision was intended to assure the Jews of the success of Joshua and Zerubbabel in building the temple. Okay.
All right.
So verse 7 of chapter 4 reads, "What are you, mighty mountain?" And we were like, the fuck? Why is he calling him that? Weird?
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, mountain. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry, to continue reading that. "What are you, mighty mountain? Before Zerubbabel, you will become level ground. Then he will bring out the capstone to shouts of, 'God bless it, God bless it.'"
Yeah, it
'Cause
was a
sneezed.
weird, like,
Yeah.
weird.
We did not understand any of that.
No.
So here's the deal.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
okay.
going to break it down for
Yeah.
you. Okay, literally, the great mountain was the giant pile of rubble at the temple site, and that rubble will be removed and the work carried on. Okay, that's the literal definition.
Got it. Yeah.
Metaphorically speaking, the work of rebuilding the temple was so massive that it seemed like a great mountain. And here, God promised that by his spirit, that great mountain would be leveled into a plain.
Or at least by delegation.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Because I ain't doing it. Now, remember it talked about a capstone or something like that?
Sure.
He will bring out the capstone to shouts of, "God bless it, God bless it," right?
Yeah.
So the Hebrew word for capstone translates to the head or final or top stone.
Okay. Yeah.
In construction, the capstone is the last stone placed when a building is finished, especially like in an arch or at the top of a structure.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It symbolizes completion. So it's not just the final piece, it's the symbolism
right.
of being the final piece
Sure.
of the project.
Yep.
Okay. So here it refers to the final piece of rebuilding the temple. In other words, God is telling Zerubbabel directly, that giant pile of rubble won't stop you. You'll get to do the ribbon cutting ceremony at the grand opening. Okay, that's what he's telling.
Is he going to have giant stickers, though? Or scissors? Not stickers.
I know. I was thinking that
right?
the whole time, like, is he going to cut the ribbon, but with the giant scissors?
Right, yeah.
And that's the only way you can cut a ribbon.
Obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
So this statement was God's assurance to Zerubbabel that not only will the work be completed, but Zerubbabel will be the one to finish it.
Wow. That's great.
That's kind of cool to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So surmounting every obstacle in the way at length by the good providence of God, the temple should be finished amidst the joyful acclamations of the spectators. Verse 10 reads, "Who dares despise the day of small things, since the 7 eyes of the Lord that range throughout the earth will rejoice when they see the chosen capstone in the hand of Zerubbabel." That is a lot of symbols all mashed together.
It really is.
Into one sentence.
It is. Yeah.
So the angel's explanation of the golden candlestick and the 2 olive trees.
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 14 reads, "So he said, these are the 2 who are anointed to serve the Lord of all the earth."
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So in Zechariah's day, the 2 anointed ones were Zerubbabel, the political or civic authority, like
right.
the guy in charge,
yeah.
right?
And part of the Davidic line.
Yes.
So,
and
which
Joshua,
is important.
It is very important. Yeah. And Joshua was the spiritual authority. So by saying that these 2 are anointed, he's saying like, these are the guys that are in charge, and it is approved by, like, condoned by God.
Right.
And so these 2 are doing this together. Everything's good. Just go build it.
Well, even more than that, I think God gave Zerubbabel a ring or something.
A signet.
Yeah, a signet.
Yeah. So they were not the entire trees, but 2 olive branches from the trees, 1 branch from each tree.
Okay.
Again, with the fucking branches.
Oh, I see. So the trees represented Zerubbabel and Joshua.
No.
Oh.
The trees themselves represent the kingly and priestly offices in Israel, but the dudes themselves are just 2 branches off the trees.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that is the end of chapter 4. And now I feel like, okay, I can start chapter 5 and get confused all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times.
But at least I'm caught up now. Like,
yeah.
I understand what happened.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
No, yeah, definitely. It makes a lot more sense. I mean,
Insofar as
there's some clarification as to what some of those symbols probably possibly mean. Right. So that's helpful in understanding probably where we're going to go from here, which is great. So
yeah,
I'm happy to know the things that we know now.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to cover with this one, or?
Absolutely not. My voice is going out.
Yeah. No, I know. We had to stop twice already.
I know. I'm sorry. If I talk too long, my throat gets dry and itchy, and I start losing my voice.
Yeah. I do want to say that we've had a run of some things happening. We had to get a new computer. We had our refrigerator was like sounding like a goddamn elephant running. Anyway, we've had issues going on.
Yeah, we had to take the cat to the vet. So, she's fine.
Right. Yeah. So there's been a lot of things going on, and we apologize for not getting these out quicker. But hopefully, now that we've got some things settled in, we'll be getting these out a little bit more regularly, and going forward from here, it'll be better.
Yes.
So that's our hope, and
that's always the dream.
That's always it's our vision. That's our that's our
capstone
vision.
Or vision.
Whatever.
No, it's not our capstone.
No.
That was the wrong
capstone's
word.
Still years away.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us, and we really appreciate you. And we will. I'm gonna get the weekly replay out here soon, and then we'll be back with
Zechariah Chapter 5.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Wife.
Guess what we're doing today?
Well, today is a special episode.
It is. It's a Patreon only, I believe.
Yeah, it is. It is. So what are we Patreoning today?
Today we are Patreoning a thing I like to call AI Jesus and the Rise of Techno Religion.
Okay. So what does that entail exactly?
We're going to talk about how AI is being used to mimic religious figures, lead prayer groups, and how people are treating AI like oracles even. People are praying to this stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the question is this like a new religion, a digital god? What's happening?
I wonder if priests and pastors are worried about their jobs being outsourced to AI.
Some are not. And so we're going to get into that.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like an interesting topic.
I did not know it was such a thing. And I was very excited when I discovered this. And I was like, wait, hold on. Like there was a whole record scratch. I'm like scrolling through my thing looking for ideas. And then I stopped because I was like, hold on. What?
Right.
That's a thing. It is. It's a thing.
Okay. So I do want to apologize for we're a little bit behind on our regular episodes, but we will be back on track here shortly with those. So if you're a patron, enjoy the rest of this episode. If not, jump over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up right now. It's $2 a month and you can listen to the rest of this. All right. Thanks.
Bye to you, but
hi. We're going to keep going. Yeah. We're not. This isn't a bye.
It's not a cut either.
No. Let's do this thing.
Let us go.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
There we go.
All right, we are going to get into this whole AI religion thing, but first I want to know your opinion. How do you feel about a robot playing God?
I mean, I don't see how it's really that much different.
It's not.
Like an imaginary thing, like an entity that is not exactly real. Like at least this one is based on code.
Yeah.
It's actually more real than the actual God.
Interesting. That's one of the comments that another atheist actually made.
Yeah.
This one at least makes sense. I trust it more than pastors.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's something anyway.
Well, as I said in the intro, we're going to get into chatbots that preach, Jesus texting you back, and scripture being served up by servers in Silicon Valley.
And by servers? Like servers as
like
in computer servers? Okay.
Bless this mess. It's about to get real. All right. So AI is being used to mimic religious figures and lead prayer groups. And like I said, their AI is being treated like an oracle.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that people were culting their cults that direction at all. So that just feels like so weird to me, but it's real. It's a thing. There are AI prophets even that are leading digital sermons. They pray with people and offer spiritual counseling.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh. So, okay. So there's these different ones. Like one is AI Jesus bots. Another one is apps like Text with Jesus. Another one is pastors using Chat GPT for sermons. And then another one is AI generated sacred texts that are being created. Yeah. So I'm going to read a little bit about each of those. Okay. That like I just gave you like a table of contents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So AI Jesus bots. Some are just novelty Twitter accounts or live streams. Like there's a Twitch stream of AI Jesus that you can ask answers.
Yeah.
And it gives you like legit answers that are like totally Bible based.
Speaking of Twitter and Twitch, but mostly Twitter, recently-ish is the first time I've really come across a bunch of like AI driven accounts that are trying to defend God. Like it's a thing now, right?
Yeah.
Like there's all these like startup accounts that they're not even hiding the fact that they're AI.
Right.
And they just try to argue God from an AI standpoint. And I'm like, even though they're arguing from an AI standpoint, it's still the same regurgitated shit. It just sounds better. And I'm like, you're saying the same fucking thing. And they're like, no, it's real. Like this, the computer, the AI told me so. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck who told you so. It's still wrong.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So while some of those are just novelty accounts, others are marketed as legit spiritual tools that people actually pray to, like I said.
Okay.
These bots simulate the persona of Jesus Christ using...
Do you think they have like a priest like blessing the computer that the AI is hosted in?
Yes.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're taking it very seriously.
I see.
They are all in. The creatives are not throwing a big enough fit in the right direction.
That's a bit scary.
It is. Yeah. So what they do is they use these large language models, LLMs, like ChatGPT, to answer user questions, and they offer advice or mimic religious teachings. And it's not just Christianity that's on this bandwagon now.
Sure.
It has spread out. They're popping up on apps, live streams, and even in personal spiritual practice. Okay. There's particularly a Twitch one called AI Jesus, and it's a live stream of AI Jesus who monologues biblical sounding wisdom 24/7 using text to speech and GPT generated sermons.
Wow.
Okay. There's another one called Text with Jesus, which is an app for iOS that is a chat with biblical figures thing. So you can like talk to Jesus, Mary, Moses, etc. And for a subscription fee to this service, you can unlock Satan.
I mean, is that how they get the people that are on the cusp of like they're like, I don't want to talk to Jesus or Mary or whatever, but Satan, that sounds fucking cool.
I'll pay for that.
Right.
Like sell your soul, but for real.
Maybe they throw him in there just as like maybe we'll get him back on a Jesus here eventually.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was like, oh, we can stop talking now.
But that's an upsell.
Yeah.
That's not even like a...
You have to pay for that one.
Interesting.
Yeah. You have to really want to talk to Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quotes from developers for that particular app was, we're not pretending this is the real Jesus, but we want it to feel as real as possible. I'm like, we're not pretending, but we are pretending. I'm like,
right,
what?
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. The Bible's fucking pretending. We're taking the word of somebody's word of the word of God, who is Jesus.
It gets better. I mean, just wait.
The whole thing is based on make believe bullshit. Like, just whatever.
No, just wait.
Okay, all right.
We'll get there. This whole thing like unlocked. Just like my eyes were wide. Okay.
Yeah.
There's another one that's Bible GPT and another one that's called Church AI.
Okay.
And these are tools for pastors to generate sermons, Bible study guides, and theological Q&As with the flavor of scripture. And so the pros of that one is like, well, obviously fast sermon prep.
Yeah.
So it's stuff that you might have put together yourself, but would have taken hours, days, or weeks.
Sure.
But obviously the cons is theological accuracy is often pretty fucking bonkers because guess what? It's not always right.
Right.
It's up to you to check the work. Kind of like how we all use Wikipedia and rely on it as a generally reliable source, but there are times it's wrong, and that's why the links at the bottom of the Wikipedia article are so fucking important.
Right.
You don't quote Wikipedia. You use Wikipedia
As
a starting point and read it all, get the information, get a gist, and then follow the links for the real things.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you guys.
Well,
do it correctly.
I don't think that accuracy is anything that they actually care about,
No.
really. It's
No.
not, like, generally that's not what they're going for. They're going for a sermon that is going to catch the attention of their parishioners, their followers, their whatever, and they're wanting it to sound, very
as authentic and academic.
Yeah, and they know that their people don't really know everything about the Bible, so it doesn't matter. Much to them.
It doesn't matter what, because they could say gobbledygook and it wouldn't matter.
Right. It's just like any other job where AI is involved. You're saving yourself so much time, and why would you care if nobody else is going to care?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm just saying, like you're already pitching a fucking farce. So what does it matter at that
it's
point?
True. It's true. And I mean, it does clean up your language. It makes you sound smart.
Right.
So the pros about this whole AI Jesus thing altogether.
Yeah.
There are some pros. One is accessibility. People who are isolated or even deconstructing religion can explore faith safely.
Yeah.
So they can ask their questions and, help them be convinced one way or the other.
Sure.
So I found it very interesting that deconstructing people were mentioned as a pro utilizing AI Jesus, to help them decide, what, this really isn't for me.
Now, I'm a strong proponent of not using one that's slanted towards Christianity.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to use an AI to ask questions, you should ask one that's going to be at least pretending to be not biased.
Well, I mean, if you do ask it.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.